Guys, welcome to that hashtag show after dark. I have no idea which chat room you're in. I have no idea who's in the chat room. I have no idea how to monitor any of this.
But we will in a moment.
Yep.
Just give us a few moments and we'll figure it out. But until then, let's introduce everybody.
I'm Joe.
I'm Daryl. Hi.
I'm Dano, and we're saving the best and most comparable for last. That is...
Eat your fucking phone.
God, I really thought I kind of played it out, hopefully thinking you'd be able to finish up by then. That was like the best for last.
Migdalia.
There you go.
Hi.
There you go.
This week we're going to be talking about...
Also known as Mickey Spice.
AKA Mickey Spice.
You know, I don't think I've ever been on a stream with you. Ever.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
no, it was our first stream together.
Oh, congratulations.
Hey, Migdalia, can we just start this off by telling the people about E3 and how you lost your car?
Yes, and then you can tell
wine
the
is so
story about
tasty.
how you almost stranded one of our cast members.
I didn't know. Wait a minute. I
Not
didn't
almost,
strand.
he did.
And, no, I didn't.
Abandoned them, I
Wait,
should
if anybody stranded him, it was everybody else that didn't go.
There you go.
I had to beg you to go.
You didn't have to beg me to do anything. And how come? And why was it just me? There was more of us there.
You're the leader here.
Kelly was there.
You're the leader.
You were there.
Tell us
I was
to
there.
play
Who
a
was
game.
stranded? Who was stranded?
Sam.
Oh, really?
He wasn't even stranded, by the way.
Oh, because he lost his keys.
Yeah, and not only that, Sam, I hope you're watching, actually.
Bravo, Sam. Bravo for losing your keys and getting stranded. So, tell the story. I want to hear this.
Story goes,
Once upon a time.
we started the night off at a Resident Evil party.
Okay.
We really only went to go get beer or drinks and
that
drinks and
Resident
pizza
Evil
there.
party.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hey. if they're
So
giving it away,
the movie
save
started.
it.
There was a panel first. The movie started, and then we left, and we all went out one by one. But Sam made a big scene about it. He was like, "I don't even like Resident Evil. Let's get out of here!" Like in front of everybody.
Oh, God. Nope.
Totally.
I would have been
And
like,
the
well,
creator of the movie was sitting like in front of us.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So we're like, okay.
well,
so
then you're
we
going to
leave.
stay here by yourself. Yeah, you are
So
stranded.
we all walked to the next party, and like, by the way, we walked a while, but we walked, and then we're all playing games or whatever, and I'm just chilling on a chair. Migdalia's sitting next to me.
On a massage chair.
I was on a massage
was
chair.
funny.
And Sam's about to leave, but then he realizes, oh, I don't have my keys.
This is near the end, like, of the party, more or less.
Yeah, so he's like pacing back and forth. He's like, my phone's gonna die. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Blah 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 blah. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, what are you gonna do, bro? And Migdalia's like, well, you should go with them, Joe. And I was like, why should I go with them?
No, I said let's go with him to go because
That's
you
not
know
what
we
happened.
walked
That's
a
not
far walk. It was dark, so I was like, let's go with them. And Joseph's just like watching. I'm like, this is hilarious.
How many people though? How many people ended up going with him besides you and me?
Just you and me.
Okay, well, because Ernie, we met up at a party later. Our producers were,
Ernie was being obnoxious.
he was being obnoxious. But
Ernie
like,
was being
Wait. What? Ernie being obnoxious? Hold on. What? That's impossible.
true story. Anyway,
True story, bro.
Heard Ernie was
Just
a
that
dick?
anyway, it was pretty funny, but I wanted to see because he didn't even have a sense of urgency to leave. Migdalia was one that kind of forced him to leave.
Yeah, I was like, let's get in an Uber because the event ended. It was probably a good hour and a half after, but I was like, maybe they're cleaning. Maybe there's a cleaning crew or something. So let's go try to catch someone over there.
Yeah.
He's just like, I have to charge my phone. And I was like, oh, do you need your phone for some reason? Because we're just catching the Uber together. We have phones. I just don't know, but I had to force them to out of the door and downstairs.
He didn't have to force me to do anything. I just wanted to see what was going on, what was going to happen.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is they
so
were drunk?
So
everybody was
being a
completely sober.
sadist.
So I wasn't being a sadist. I just wanted to see problem-solving skills at its best. So I go out and we're walking out by the elevator, and he's like pacing super back and forth.
Yeah.
And I go, man, Sam, calm down and drink some water. He goes, that's a good idea. Goes over and drinks some water. We get in the elevator, and you just see him like sweating like a junkie. And I wanted to like laugh so hard. We finally get in the car. We get there, and he's freaking out. And Migdalia turns to him, "Don't worry, Sam, it'll be all right." Then I
And
look at
then
Migdalia and I
Josh was
go,
over here.
Migdalia, can you guarantee him that it's going to be all
Antagonizing.
right? And
Why would you do that?
Yeah, and
Because
he's like,
why
oh
would
yeah,
you-
he was making fun of me. He's like,
Come
oh
on,
yeah,
man,
everything
come
will be
on.
okay, and being sarcastic, smart ass like you know him to be.
Why would you guarantee somebody everything's
That's
going to be
not
okay
a
and you don't know?
guarantee. It will be okay. He's alive. He's not dead. He wasn't
But-
dying.
but he
I
had-
wasn't like promising him life.
But you were promising.
I agree with
I
T-Bone. What are you talking like this for?
In the
You're
context.
talking like this. You're talking
In
like
the
this.
context of things, I would not reassure somebody that it's going to be all right if I didn't know
If you didn't
it
give-
was going to be all right. I didn't want to give them that sense of false hope. But at the same time, I did say,
God.
listen,
And then I just bitched him out in an Uber ride.
Oh, because we got lost.
driver, because I was in
but
the
she
front
gave me
seat.
the wrong directions.
I am a little dyslexic, okay?
Okay.
She gave me
Sure.
the wrong directions. We end up not.
You don't need to
We're
read in order
leaving.
to-
We're leaving downtown LA, and I'm like, where are we going?
You make a left here, make a right here.
And then not only that,
We're being kidnapped.
she gives us the wrong directions to the next place. So I had to look, and I was like, no, this isn't where we're going. We're going here instead.
Wow. You guys had an epic night.
Luckily,
was an epic.
so
Where's Fluffy, guys?
So
Where's Fluffy?
me and Migdalia
Literally, that's
so
it.
Sam goes running up to
That's
see
it.
if his keys are there, and I turn to Migdalia and go, I don't think they're gonna open the door.
Pessimistic Joe.
But then Migdalia is like, well, if they don't, I'm out of here because he's gonna flip out.
yeah. It's like someone's about to go nuclear.
And then the funny thing is, in our group message, Sam's like, man, it's great to see my brain works so great under pressure. And it's like, motherfucker, nah, no, not at all. Nah. It does not. It does not work great under
I mean,
pressure.
it works.
It works. Like he did remember.
What
when
matters
he
is
was
that it works.
There you go. So what was the best party?
the mansion party that
That I did
went
not
to.
go to,
Yeah, me
apparently.
either.
Right?
Well, you were supposed to go, Migdalia.
Yeah, but Josh took like 40 years to get back
Well,
to
I'll
me.
say what Nary Newbill thinks about you guys.
What?
So I sent you that text before we left.
You left, but I had left like an hour before.
Super
so-
chat.
We got a super
That's
chat.
cute.
Listen, Josh, don't talk. Nobody can hear you. Nobody even knows that we're talking to somebody off camera. But Larry Newbill just gave us a super chat. Thank you, Larry Newbill. Knuckleheads, LOL is what he
you.
says. By the way, I just posted our TeePublic t-shirt store in there.
Yeah.
Go check those out. Go see if there's any shirts you like. There is an exclusive hashtag show t-shirt in there. That's our Deadpool shirt. It was our first ever hashtag show t-shirt. That is in there as well. This is for you. This is Serenity. You're the hashtag hubby of Serenity. Is
Am
here.
I?
So glad he's doing.
yeah.
Wait, what?
Hashtag
Hi.
hubby.
How
You're
are
like
you?
Yeah.
chocolate men. That was remember this was that
Chocolate
comment.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say what's up, Serenity. Yeah, he
Hi.
looking for
How are
you.
you?
Say hello to him later. He want to talk to you. That's it. Like I don't know. Just,
Why you laughing,
no, well, Serenity wants to talk to you that way. Like, yo, what's up? Serenity, I know got some dancing videos though on his channel, so you should check them out. Serenity got the moves.
That face you just
I'm giving you moves like sexual. He's got the moves.
Whoa.
That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
Migdalia.
Shout out
Kat
to you.
says she heard you're from Jersey. She is too. What part of Jersey are you from?
I'm from South Jersey, so Pennsauken
South Jersey?
area.
Jersey?
which
Why is no one
It's like
from
10
Orange?
minutes from Philly
South
or
Jersey?
10 minutes from Cherry Hill. It's
Jersey.
not that. No one says that.
No one says Jersey. They don't say like marble columns and all that stuff. The water. Why?
Who are you?
He's
I'm
a
just saying,
Jewish
no one's-
Jer-
What are you
Jersey
doing
woman.
right
I'm
now?
just saying, what a Jersey woman.
I used to have a friend that lived
That's
in
Jewish.
Jersey.
Well,
and I've
it's
been
a-
out
it's
there a
an
couple
old
times.
Jewish
It just
woman.
looks awful.
Damn, God
North Jersey is.
damn. He said, I've been
Oh,
to Jersey.
Sorry,
It's
Kat,
awful.
if you're from North Jersey.
It does. I mean, I've probably never been to
Wait,
South
okay.
Jersey. But North
Staten
Jersey,
Island is a great place.
Yeah.
Used to be a trash.
Anyway, what was so wrong but so funny? LOL. What was the best party of E3? Was the mansion party I went to? That was a lot of fun. I don't remember who I was with, to be 100% honest.
I
with
like
you.
the indie mixer
I was with Ernie. That was a lot of fun. I like that too. The indie mixer.
Blame it on Ernie.
yeah, I like that one too. That one was a really fun one.
It was calm. It was like relaxing. Sam and Ernie were acting like jackasses.
You guys
when
found
they
a massage chair.
I did find a massage chair.
Which
There was a really cool game with the hacker thing that Kelly was playing with some random guy. Did you guys see that?
No, I do know. I don't know if it was Kelly or Migdalia. I think it was Kelly that told me there was one game she was playing where you sit in a chair and she said it sucked.
Like, the chair sucked?
No, that the
Well,
video
obviously it
sucked
wasn't
and
you.
I don't know. What the
It wasn't
was.
that one that I played too, right?
I think it was.
There
Oh,
were
I liked it.
Okay.
there were a
Wasn't
couple
that bad?
games that I played that I like looked at. I was like, oh, this kind of looks cool. And then when they finally talked to me, oh, would you like to play? And I got the controller in my hand, and I was like, this is boring.
But then you feel obligated that you have to play?
Yeah, and so I was like, maybe I'm just not at a good part. I don't know. Let's keep going. And it still was not. And I was like, oh yeah, this sounds like a lot of fun. I'm gonna get going. And I'm like, oh god.
So they didn't yell at you and tell you like you were in the wrong room or something? And
No.
But I think that's even worse.
Before.
No, that happened to me. But it's not that I was in the wrong room. But I think that's the worst. Like that's why every single time somebody would introduce himself to me, I pawn one of our people off on them. I'd be like, Kelly. Oh, Kelly.
Like you do to me.
Yes.
Oh my god, that happened today actually.
That happened today.
Like we were outside here, and the guy Ken was like, "Hey, what's?" And I was like, "Oh, this guy's a voice actor." And you literally spent the next hour and a half.
Oh
talking to
my
this guy.
god!
He was a cool guy, but like, yeah, he does that to me all the time. We were at
I
a
don't
con.
stand
and
next to him when
he did that at a con, Robo
Robo
Toy Fest.
That's why I don't.
I
stand
didn't
next
pawn
to
him off to
these
you
people.
as much as
You egged him on.
I egged him
Yeah,
on.
like woohoo.
That was so funny because this guy wanted Daryl to do like some promo for his church.
Oh my god!
And like Daryl was like running, he's like, "Hey, whatever, come out to see this church, whatever." Do you remember the line? Say the line.
No, I don't even remember, dude. That was so long ago.
So the guy was about to leave, and I'm like, "Wait." He's like, "Okay, no." He said it. He was like, "Can we do another one?" Daryl's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll do another one." So they do another one, and then he goes, "Okay."
It got to like 3.
So
and the guy was
the
kind of
third one,
already.
he's like, well, he was like, "Can you do it?" And I was like, "Wait, I think you got it. Like, all you got to do is do this." And I was like, "Wait, come on, Daryl, just do one more for him." And Daryl's like, "Fine." So he does another one. Then I was like, "I don't think that one was good. He should do one more." And he wanted to say no, but he's too nice to say no. So it just
I
kept
couldn't
going.
because he was egging me on. And I was like, I can't, what?
No, I think we're good. All right, see you, man. And walk away. That's it.
so
I think we're
good.
good. You did a great one. See
It
ya.
was great. It was so funny.
Oh my god.
But
Gosh, man, that's messed
that
up.
was a lot of fun. E3, you were at the first night party, the night zero party with
that was
us.
fun. That was fun. I had so much fun.
The one where Sam lost his badge?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Vegan.
But someone mentioned something in the chat where they said, to be honest, I thought last year E3 was better. Now, the question to you guys.
Did you go to
Did
E3?
you feel, one, probably, but for you
probably.
guys that actually attended, was E3 better last year, and is it due
Seeing
to
as I
the
might
amount
have
of
been the
people?
only one that was at E3 last year, I'm going to assume.
Okay, for you, because
As far as announcements go, I think last year was more eventful. This one, not so much. As far as the crowds, that's something Joe has to speak on.
okay.
Yeah, I actually agree with Daryl. I think last year had bigger announcements, I
yeah,
feel
we
like.
did. This is a lot of rehashing.
yes.
stuff that we-
Xbox One.
I feel like
already
It
knew
sounds
that
like
was
an
coming
edgy
out.
teenager.
I feel
It
like
does.
some of the companies like
has all the H's.
Spider-Man for Sony was like a big title, but that's something we saw last year. I think that Disney had.
But you saw it in 4K this time.
You did. You need a 4K TV to
Oh,
play the game.
you know what
That's
I
what
realized
want.
though? Xbox One X, if you take out all the words, just make an acronym, it spells out Xbox.
Yes. Also, I think the cool thing though, actually,
realize that.
last year had a bigger draw to it. I think that we had that was the first time we got to see Breath of the Wind from Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
Even though the Switch
Breath of
wasn't
the
out.
Wild,
Breath of the
but
Wild,
yes.
sorry. We got. I feel like there were bigger game announcements this year, not so much. However, with the crowds were worse this year.
Yeah.
But as working,
As the days went on, they got significantly.
but I don't think it hindered
But-
anything personally for me.
Oh, hey, Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine. I don't necessarily think it hindered
Since
anything.
you look cute.
Thank you.
Watch your outfit.
Thank
I don't
you.
think it hindered anything in terms of like us getting work done. I don't necessarily think it really.
Jasmine.
Really, because we couldn't really test
For-
out a lot of games.
for what
Like,
we
we
went
tested out a shit ton on the second and third day.
for what we went through, like we got a lot done.
Like the second and third day,
Considering-
right? Like, Josh would know, but like we got, like Kelly literally played like every game there was almost. Well, I want to say she got a lot of those presentations.
So I took the wrong day off. is
Yeah,
what you're
you took
saying.
the wrong day off. I had a lot of fun. I didn't play any games actually.
I only played.
I know Migdalia played the farm simulator.
Did you really?
Because that was like the
Farming
only game without a
simulators.
line.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, look, I need to play at least something today.
Yeah.
I'm a little mad that they thought it had enough of a presence to build a booth for it.
Now, let me switch gears real quick because there's a really interesting questioning in the chat that I would like to know the answer to. I have no idea where this came about, but Daryl, have you ever had a bad dream before?
A what?
Have you ever had a bad dream before?
You know what? That's actually a good question because Daryl is always so super happy. You wonder if anything bad happens for him. Have you
Why
had a
so
bad
super
day?
happy to cover the pain?
That's from Ryan.
Well, he's not drinking.
One of my
Stars.
roommates, one of my old roommates, when I used to live in Little Tokyo, would say that I would smile even in my sleep, and it was like low key, really creepy.
That's not low key creepy. That's super creepy because you know that means your roommate's standing over your bed like chronicalizing your smiles.
Right?
Don't do that.
Yeah, I mean, obviously I've had bad dreams before, but you know, nothing super ridiculous.
Well,
Maybe
Ryan, if you want to chat more with Daryl, you can chat with him on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Daryl J. Delphin.
There you go. Hit him up on Instagram. He'll answer those questions.
I think he already does.
Okay.
Stop talking over Daryl. You don't let him finish his sentence. You step on the end of his sentence.
Where's your car at?
It's gonna be up your ass in a minute.
Man, I would never let Migdalia talk to me.
Daddy, please stop it! Look how mean Migdalia looks in that.
That's how disinterested she is in the fucking story. Like, you're like, oh, why don't you just fucking hurry up with your goddamn story?
Because he basically told a story about how he never has a bad dream or something.
Yeah.
So.
You did say you pretty much never have a bad dream. I
No.
mean, that's the gist of what you
Yeah,
said.
that's pretty. Like, I haven't had one lately. I haven't had any dreams that I can actually physically remember lately.
Daniel, you didn't actually go on the floor in E3, but
No.
talk about what you did like, what you didn't like at that party.
Oh man, what I did like and what I didn't like at the party. What I liked at the party was the last DJ. I didn't like the DJ that was prior. It was kind of annoying. It was just like he tried so hard to like get the crowd's attention and shit. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody. Like he's like, yeah. I couldn't understand what he was saying. Like lights and fucking steam and everything, and people are like, yeah, steam. Okay, we can walk away now. And nobody cared. The other DJ got on, everyone paid attention. He just played good music and it was fun. And I love gaming nerd community. I love the gaming nerd community.
Which side of it?
Well, as far as the party,
The one that smells good, or
well, actually, I will say it was good smelling game crew. There was one guy that was very interesting and approached. Well, our producer Josh approached him because because he thought he was someone else.
Oh, I heard about
He
this
was
story.
someone else, and which he does look like. He looks like this guy looks like a rapper that we met at like a party from once before. So
He came up to me first.
oh, there you go. He came up to
Freddie
Josh first and said hello and everything, and Josh was like, oh hey Daniel, do you remember this guy? Does he look like? Oh my gosh, he does look like that, but he's not him. I see it's not him, but it looks just like him. And then it was like, yeah, he looks just like this DJ guy, right? I was like, yeah, it does. Okay, cool. After that, that was done. I'm thinking we're all gonna, all right, great, goodbye. And the guy just kind of stands there and just kind of looks at Josh like, so you gonna keep talking to me? Like it was like, oh, this is weird. And then Sam starts to dance, and the guy looks at Sam and starts to dance like the Sam. Sam is just in the zone and doesn't even notice.
So you understand how Sam lost his badge?
Yes, exactly.
Sam lost his badge the first day.
He's so in the zone, like Sam, sweating like her.
Thank you, Tony
God,
Robinson.
like that, and Sam's not paying attention to the guy, so the guy starts to look around, no one's talking to him, he just walks away. And that's when we realized, like, oh, dude, I think the guy really wanted Josh to talk. I think that guy was trying to hit on Josh. It was hilarious. And then, for the rest of the night, this little guy, just float around, just walk around.
I remember that guy.
We're standing there talking about doing anything, and he just kind of float around, and he's like...
Now, I have a question for you, Daniel. Is it a trend, or either of you actually, is it a trend for people to start wearing sunglasses indoors?
I wish I could
recently
wear
I've been
sunglasses
seeing
indoors.
a lot of it. I don't think it should be.
No, I was just
Why are
curious.
you asking that?
Because there's so many.
There were so many people at
No.
the party!
It didn't start at that party. It started with Sam on the show. Like Sam, remember on our stream, Sam
God.
kept wearing
Oh,
the
that's
stupid
right, that's
sunglasses,
right.
and Kelly
Oh
kept
my
telling him
God.
to take. Oh, here we go.
Oh
Fucking things
no!
up.
There's one thing I hate. There's one thing I fucking hate. Pretentious assholes that wear sunglasses indoors.
Jezzer?
I love it. Sir, please fill me up, please. It's like, oh god, that doesn't sound good. But no, it's like
Keep the phone over there.
that whole thing about like
It doesn't-
people wearing sunglasses, and then there's this guy that was there that I saw, and I'm like,
There was a bunch.
yeah, no, there was one guy I saw, and I look like, what the hell? Why is he? And I look over, there's another one. There's another one. There's another. These guys are wearing shades indoors. What is in a club? You know clubs are dark.
No,
P.S.
yeah, but it eliminates like that sense, so you're just like.
But hold on.
What makes sense? How high are you?
Jasmine
You know
brings
what
up
I'm
a
saying?
point because eyes are sensitive, especially after gaming.
Yes.
But we're indoors.
We're indoors right
But
now.
we're indoors
and
in the
I-
dark. The club was not lit. It was a dark club to the point like where if you weren't, it was a dark club. Everybody knows it was
Yes,
dark as
it was
fuck.
dark.
So I don't know. It just seems.
I can't even comment on this because I wasn't even there.
You saw the pictures.
Guys, was the club dark?
It was super.
P.S. The club is dark. That's
Hashtag
how everybody knows.
after
The
dark.
club is dark.
On the scale of 0
Take
to
the
Daniel,
fucking
how
glasses
dark?
Oh,
Fucking
nice. That's a good one. That's a good one. I'll accept that. I'll accept that. Bravo.
I usually don't make jokes like that, but it was too
She was
good.
like,
It was the low-hanging fruit.
It was the
Yeah.
low-hanging fruit because you're not smart enough to reach higher.
What?
So, that's understandable.
Okay, Bill Cosby.
No, but it was fucking good. But it was good. It was
Cosby. She Bill Cosby you, bro.
Oh, wait till I drop something in your cup.
That hidden Mickey.
That's right.
I got that on that other
That's
side.
right. That's right.
I don't know. I don't.
No,
I
but
don't
come
know.
on, really though. Who does wear shades indoors?
Pretentious people.
Yeah, that's what it feels like to me.
Jasmine says that the club had really intense bright lights on the dance floor and was seizure-inducing. LOL.
I
Chill.
feel like
I disagree.
sunglasses
I
wouldn't
completely
even
disagree. I was on the
help
dance
with
floor.
that.
I don't think the shades would help with that.
I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you close your eyes and you put the shades on. You're like,
Why? But you have to close your eyes and put the shades on.
Is that
Yes.
how you're doing it?
Yes, your
Yeah.
eyes are closed already. Shades aren't really working.
light can still
I'm
through
just saying.
the crack.
I'm just saying.
Light
nope.
can still seep in. Like I can see the light seeping in right now.
Honestly, it's 9 million times brighter in here than it was in that club.
And I can't stand fluorescent lights.
Well, it's
okay.
okay because there wasn't any of those in there either.
Yeah.
Guys, these are vegan.
There were lasers though.
Do you guys want to talk about
This
X-Men?
is dangerous to eat.
well, okay.
Or you know
It's
the
also
subject?
really
No,
hot.
More on
This is
E3?
not- We're done on E3, I think.
Oh, this is
Oh, Daryl has a crush. Daryl has a new crush.
What?
Can you
got
hey,
a crush.
Daryl, this is the After Dark show. Talk to us about the singer.
Wait, what?
Oh, you know what I'm talking about, Daryl.
No, I did nothing. I gave her my card and she messaged me. That was it. That was it.
I feel
My
like
client
we're
has nothing else to say?
missing a part of this story.
No, that's literally it. Shit, at one of the parties there was
they
a
were
singer-
trying to cosplay Cyclops.
Yes.
Oh, look at
Yes.
Oh my god. That's a good
Picture on
one.
the screen now for the party.
Yeah, they're great. I can't wait to see this because you're gonna see how dark this fucking place was
Well, I don't know.
Okay, ready and go.
in a second. But
I was like,
Just saying. I mean,
Yeah,
it was very very.
oh, Joe,
Plus, you know,
how are
it's
you
like
enjoying,
10 seconds
enjoying
away.
the new version of Voltron? I'm loving watching it.
Oh.
You mentioning it, and I started watching it thanks to you. I love Voltron. I think the new series of
Voltron
Voltron
or
is really
You haven't
Voltron?
seen season 2 though,
Voltron.
have you?
And I don't-
wait, are you
Voltron.
watching it?
Voltron? Yeah, it's great.
There's a picture of the party.
To me, this doesn't seem super dark.
Nope.
To warrant.
Sunglasses?
No, super
In
bright.
I
fact-
like the corners were dark.
In fact, I feel like wearing sunglasses would make that worse.
I don't want to
because
talk
it's
about
already
this
so
party
dark to
that I
begin
didn't
with.
go to. Let's talk about X-Men.
Let's talk about the ones
Yeah.
you did go to. Oh, you know how dark it was, Migdalia? You went to that last party with
Reserve.
me on. Yeah, it was like that. Like it was pretty dark in there.
I would
Like,
put sunglasses on.
like if
No,
Daniel was in
not.
there and he didn't
and
smile,
I didn't
would we
smile,
say-
you would not see me. It
Okay.
was automatically. Like
Okay.
if my eyes were not open, my eyes were closed, you'd be like, "Well, shit, is Daniel here?" That would be the question. That's pretty much how dark it was, guys.
You're pro at hide and seek?
Yeah. Oh
As a
man,
kid?
shut up. Wow, fuck, he's gone. Like, that's exactly it. It's right off the bat. But so moving on to X-Men. We broke some big
X-Men.
news, guys.
We broke some big news. Had to do with X-Men Dark Phoenix, and it was pretty awesome. First of all, did anybody like X3 The Last Stand?
I don't remember.
What does that have to do
be
with
honest.
this?
Because that was the Dark Phoenix story in that iteration. I'm getting there with I have a point here. Did you not see the connection? Did you even watch X-Men?
No, the thing, that's how bad it was. She didn't watch it.
Reenact the whole movie for me.
It
please.
sucks, so I'm not
Pretty
going
much
to
in the end,
reenact
there's Wolverine going, and there's Cyclops saying Jean in 3 different tones, just like on the cartoon.
You have to say
Jean,
one as
Jean.
You have to say
That's
one
it.
as Wolverine, one as Cyclops, and then the rest of the X-Men. They are one thing, and they all just yell Jean.
I never got the whole Jean obsession.
Yeah, see,
Cause she's not all that. She's okay.
She's kind of
like on a scale of 1 to 10, she's probably like I don't know, 7.5.
There you go.
Got a lot of baggage. To read mine.
Okay. Let's put this in perspective.
And why would Logan think he ever had a chance over Cyclops?
I agree with that 100%.
Okay, I can understand that.
Cinematic?
You know what? Yes.
But comics and
Cinematically,
cartoons,
yeah.
But
as far
we'll
as
talk about that in a second because I actually have an interesting thing about that. But okay, so let's talk about this. If you're gonna hook up with an X-Men, who would you be pining for?
Oh, White Queen, my God.
Emma Frost?
Storm. White Queen.
Oh, your
Psylocke.
Wait, pick fucking one.
Shit, it's hard.
Oh, I don't know.
Damn, I don't know. No, I'd probably go with Psylocke. She kind of wild.
Psylocke, okay, you?
I don't know. I honestly like putting me on the spot.
Because
I really like Kitty Pryde from X-Men Evolution.
She's a child.
That it makes a lot of sense with this whole.
I was a kid.
Okay.
I was a kid, guys. X-Men Evolution. Do you know how long
You
ago?
say Kitty Pryde from X-Men Evolution.
Do you know how long ago that
Just
was?
because you watched it when you were a kid doesn't make it okay.
Do you know how long ago that was?
And you know what's weird when people say like T's and they're saying it in the middle of something, it sounds like a D, so it's like Kitty Pryde. And you're like,
Wait a minute.
literally want to scoot
It was
over.
almost like when Daniel was like, "Yeah, you're gonna be drinking."
Olivia
you're
Munn. Olivia Munn and Psylocke was like.
No, all right. So Psylocke. So 2 Psylocks. I guess you're X-Men guy. I guess it would be right.
Don't make up something.
Oh,
Just
he's
kidding.
Don't make decisions for me.
Say Iceman.
What?
Iceman.
X-Men?
Iceman.
No, I actually think
Why
it
not?
might
Bobby
be
Drake is
Gambit.
great for
He
you.
looks like he's good in bed. He's got the, hands.
he's
He's
got it.
handsy.
I
probably
think.
got it.
I
I'm
think.
just gonna
He'll
say it. He
accidentally
probably
blow
is.
you
I think I'd probably go with the Rogue, not with the power though. That's the only.
No, but then you can't
Oh,
go with
that's-
Rogue. That's her.
That's the thing. That's why I was like, I would
You have
have
to
said Rogue
take
immediately.
all of her, Joe.
I would have
You
said
can't
Rogue
just
immediately.
choose.
All right, I'm going Emma Frost. Then, 100%. Hot British girl. I'm going Emma
Yeah,
Frost.
because I would have said Rogue too, but that's the whole thing. If I was Gambit though, I can like kinetically charge up my.
Well, he couldn't kinetically charge up anything.
No,
That's why.
I never thought about it, but you kinetically charge it. She can drain all that energy.
Okay,
like
so
that.
anyway, we talked about X3. The reason why this is important is because not Brian Singer. It was
Simon.
no, Brent Ratner
Brett,
got the movie
not
wrong.
Brent.
Brett Ratner got the movie wrong the first time. Okay, so
Horribly
that's
wrong.
where we kind of had with that. Now with X-Men Dark Phoenix, we're supposedly getting introduced to the Shi'ar Empire and Hellfire
Yeah.
Club /
I was
Brotherhood.
surprised about that.
Are you? What elements from the comics do you absolutely want to see in this movie?
I'm like scanning through in my head.
Okay, so my answer.
Yeah, go first.
What I do want to see, I want to see the Shi'ar Empire. What I would love to see is that dude with the mohawk, but I don't.
Gladiator.
I don't think he's cast in it. Damn, that
Could
would be
be.
dope. Gladiator versus Juggernaut
Predator?
moment. I would love that, but
But
yeah, let's skip that.
Juggernaut's not in the.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the more and more
Let's
you're
skip that
talking
soon.
about this, the more I realize I don't know anything about like the Dark Phoenix saga.
Really?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
It's the best.
I do want to. I just want to see. I want to see Gladiator, but he's not going to be in it. So, all right, moving on. I would like to see more of a delve into the relationship of Xavier and what's her name, Landra. But I don't know.
I think that could happen.
Yeah, I would love to see that. To see his connection with her, and then also them obtaining all that technology too. Because
I
need
think
that.
I think there's 2 things missing from this movie so far, or at least that haven't been announced.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is Wolverine, because he's such a pivotal part of the Dark Phoenix saga.
She's not gonna do it.
I know he's not going to do it. There's not going to be a Wolverine in this movie at all.
Yeah, he already stabbed her already.
Number 2 is I don't think the Starjammers are going to be in this movie, which is like Cyclops'
Shoot.
dad and like
Yeah,
that.
they're not
Honestly,
gonna do that.
who they
They're not
were,
gonna do that.
they were the Guardians of the Galaxy before the Guardians
the
of the
Galaxy.
Galaxy. So I think that it's kind of sad that we wouldn't get to see them. However, them bringing in the Shi'ar Empire, Magneto I can do without, and Mystique I don't even know why she's in this movie.
Yeah, I
Makes
was
no
very
sense to me.
surprised when Jennifer.
Because
Lawrence
she's a
said
cash
that.
cow now for like anyone Marvel cinematic. Or not Marvel, X-Men cinematic.
Yeah.
You know, as long as you put in like Mystique, a lot of
Nope.
like the people watching are going to just want to watch.
No, because I don't think I haven't heard anyone say I'm going to see X-Men just for Jennifer.
I've
Lawrence
heard
or
a lot of
Mystique."
that.
You don't
She's
know
got
a
a
lot
lot
of
of
guys.
criticism for her portrayal of the character. And the fact that the behind the scene noise kind of made its way to the public, where she
Are you,
doesn't
I'm
want
a,
to do
are you
most-
surprised that she's even back?
Yeah.
Most general public don't even know like half the shit that happens in actual like Marvel comics. Like they just kind of just go for the movies, and that's why I feel like a lot of people that I meet are like, "Oh, Jennifer Lawrence is Mystique? Hell yeah, let's do it."
That's true.
Gladiator did fight Juggernaut, but he didn't fight him in the X-Men and the Phoenix Saga. He may have in the cartoon.
Yeah, the
not
cartoon,
in
but
the
not in the actual comic. It
Phoenix
didn't
Saga.
happen then.
I don't know. I don't even.
Juggernaut
I
Bruce.
think there's so many stories in the X-Men universe. I don't know why we have to do Dark Phoenix again. We could have did Onslaught. That would have been cool. Cassandra Nova.
Well, here's
I would've
so
done that.
it's interesting you say that because I do think that Logan actually set up Onslaught because they say Xavier pretty much killed all the X-Men.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I think
Yeah.
that that's the story of Onslaught that
See?
they can completely
Exactly.
tell.
Yeah.
So that's
Maybe
interesting
that's
to say that.
next.
But then
Ooh,
that's
we'd
where
have to see
if it
posts.
is next
That'd be
though,
dope.
if it is a movie they do touch on, that's where I would like to see Halle Berry come back, James Marsden, the older X-Men, because at this point they would be older because that was around that time frame. But
Seriously, they would be like that now.
they'd be age appropriate. Yeah. So I
I wouldn't mind Onslaught.
it's a mixed bag though because I want to see the Dark Phoenix story told right.
Yeah.
Because X3 left a bad taste in my
It's
mouth.
one of
First of
your-
all, it
but
kills
do
off my
you need
favorite
a live
X-Men.
It's one of your
action
favorite
adaptation?
Yeah,
Who's
yeah, I
your
do.
favorite?
It's one of your favorite
My favorite X-Men?
storylines, right?
Yes.
Cyclops.
Cyclops.
It would be Cyclops. He is
the
a
Dark
giant.
Phoenix. The Dark Phoenix thing is kind of one of your favorite storylines, right?
Dark Phoenix. Onslaught is probably my favorite. Dark Phoenix is probably my second favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, Onslaught's great.
Onslaught. Well, they'll be dope. We get to see Post, like how they would actually make Post on film.
But
It'd be
would we
great.
though? Because that came
With
like
the-
so
Well,
far.
Post was the messenger for Onslaught. Remember before he came, it was Post coming through, wreaking havoc, beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah, but that was
And then
before
after
the
that-
actual Onslaught. Like the
it
Onslaught
was
thing
Onslaught
only really
content
works
too.
if two elements play into it. One of them has to be Bishop coming. Like that's the reason he
Yep.
comes back in time to find the ex-traitor,
Uh-huh.
which they eventually they'd have to set up, and them to figure out. Figure everything else out to lead us to Logan because there's a missing movie obviously
Yeah.
that's telling that isn't telling that story, which I think would be amazing if that story that was like Xavier pretty much loses it and he kills all the X-Men because they can retcon that whole thing if Bishop did come back. The only bad thing about that is you'd essentially be doing Days of Future Past
I
again.
just wanted to do
Yeah.
that
That's the only bad thing.
and play that harmonica.
Days of Futures Past 2.
I guess they could. I guess they could. But I'm excited to see like where the X-Men go from here. I think what we're having to struggle with though is that we're with the X-Men movies right now is we're stuck in time periods. We did the 60s. All right,
Yeah.
we did the 60s, 70s, 80s. This one's going to take place in the early 90s. But I'm okay with the early 90s. I think it's kind of cool. But then
Yeah.
I'm not really that okay with it
That's
because
interesting.
they have the younger cast of
The
actors.
90s?
They're 40 years older than they were in First Class.
I kind of agree with that.
Is who is gone? Oh, Luzarine. Serenity 26 says, so glad Luzarine is gone. Time to focus on the X-Men. I do agree with that too.
Yeah.
I'm not a Wolverine fan. I
Well,
think
because the thing is, they just like
Yeah.
Wolverine. It's the answer to everything, and they're like, guys, there's a whole fucking team that we can pay
Personality.
attention
Wolverine
to.
can only do so much.
Yeah, like I'm like, we have a whole team that we can focus on. But they're like, no, let's just suck Wolverine's dick. No, can we stop?
Well, I don't like the fact that Wolverine is shoved down everybody's
Yeah.
throats.
Yeah.
Like,
So sen-
He's
such a
the
character.
Batman more or less of,
What?
you know.
Fanboy, what dream? Him and Deadpool.
well, I'm not a fan of Deadpool either. Those are the two characters I really could care less about. And I know that might be an unpopular
Yeah,
opinion.
you're
Well,
smoking
you said
crack.
fanboy, what dream?
Deadpool and Wolverine are the fanboys' wet dream.
I hate
Yeah.
Wolverine, but I love Hugh Jackman so much and his portrayal of the character that I like the cinematic.
Hey, can I ask you
Wolverine.
something about Hugh Jackman actually? Because I was having a conversation with some of our fellow cast members about this specific thing exactly. Now, when you saw Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, Jesus Christ, did she embody Wonder Woman to you when you first saw her initially?
Oh, like when the casting news came out? No. but that's the same thing
Princess
as like Heath
Diana.
Ledger.
I agree.
Yeah.
So there was some debate with other people that because you brought this up not too long ago that personally, I thought
here
Gal
it
Gadot
is,
was
yes.
perfect. I thought she was a great Wonder Woman. But I felt like those same people that disliked Gal Gadot were the same people that like, no, but Wolverine's perfect. I mean, Hugh Jackman's perfect for Wolverine. Which
But nobody thought that for his first movie.
I don't think that now. I still disagree with it. Because Wolverine is supposed to be the runt. He's supposed to be a little guy. He's supposed to have a little man complex. That's his whole character. That's a huge part of his character. But regardless, I accept it. Hugh Jackman did a great job. Kudos to him. He eventually won most people over. I thought he was okay. He's not. I'm just kind of happy that Wolverine's kind of done.
Yeah.
I do think we need an X-Men movie focused on the fucking X-Men.
Yeah, not the
And
Mystique
not-
show now.
Yeah, I'm so sick. And that's another thing. I hated X-Men Apocalypse being the Mystique show.
Yeah.
Missed
Days of
opportunity.
Future Past was already the Mystique show. It was just like,
Daryl and me are simpatico, says Serenity.
I agree with you, Serenity. I agree. You and Daryl are simpatico. So what were we saying?
Well, you're the one that took us off track. What were we saying?
I don't know. I was just saying that Daryl.
Oh, the
Daryl and
Wolverine
Serenity are simpatico.
thing, shove it down our throats and whatnot.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, that is true. It's just, oh hey guys, everything that's great. He's a poster boy for X-Men. He's a
And
poster
as
boy for
far
X-Men.
as cinematic universes go, Wolverine is the Batman of Marvel.
Yeah, someone said that. That's true.
It's just like, oh, Batman? Oh, Batman can be anyone. I mean, like, that's true to an extent.
Well, with enough planning and
Given
everything like
prep
that.
time,
but come
yeah,
on.
totally, I get it.
Hey, are you guys?
But it's
Oh,
like,
sorry,
you
go
know,
ahead.
no, it's fine. It's just, Wolverine can only do so much, and you have a guy that can shoot laser beams out of his eyes, and you're like putting it all on Wolverine. Like,
yeah,
bro.
they really like kind of depowered Scott there. Like, I feel so bad for James Marsden and the Cyclops characters.
I
Like,
agree.
Oh my
and James
gosh.
Marsden's a great actor and
Yeah.
perfect for that role.
Right.
He was just like, I don't know, the fuck boy.
Wow.
Original
I'm a
trilogy.
motherfucking fat boy.
And I was like, I hate Cyclops too. He's like one of
fuck
my
with
least
that
favorite characters, but they
I like
did not
Harry
do the
Potter.
characters justice, which is a problem with this franchise. Even
very true.
Charles is pretty weak.
Oh yeah, that's very true.
A few other Emma
true.
Frost, like how the hell did
Oh,
she
yeah.
die? I really need to know this. That is my one gripe
Oh my God.
about the second part of this trilogy here. Like you can't just kill Emma Frost. Like
No,
And
no.
Cyclops died in X3 so fucking undramatically.
yeah, they
He
didn't
was
care.
cheating and he just
No
died.
ceremony.
I
like,
wish I
what
could remember
happened?
that, but I don't remember it.
It was-
There was no
Fucking
ceremony to
ridiculous.
it. It was just like it was kind of like they just told it in a flashback. Oh yeah, Cyclops dead. How? And then they showed him.
Yeah.
Oh, that was it. That's how it happened. Yeah, that's exactly how it happened. So moving on.
Can't get
and
no
then,
respect.
And then once again they made Wolverine.
Oh, that's
like you said,
right.
The poster boy where he's yeah, I'm charging.
You know what?
Skin's falling off.
what
I'm
won't
gonna
make
stab
any
you.
sense,
I
though,
think-
something that won't make any sense is that if Havoc's in this movie, because, and the reason I bring
he
up
was-
him specifically
Okay.
is because the actor Lucas Till, who plays Havoc, is probably 30 years old.
Yeah.
Well, he was introduced in the '60s as in his late teens at the very least. This would be the '90s, but he'd be about 45 to 50.
That's
if he
everyone.
weren't in this movie.
That's
If he
everyone.
were-
He's dead, though. That's what I thought.
McAvoy,
I thought
Michael
he was
Fassbender,
dead.
Patrick
Retconned.
Stewart.
He's dead.
But
Yeah,
guess
they
what? You
wrote
know
him
who
off.
else is dead?
I'm
You
sure
know
it'd
who
be
else is dead?
retconned.
Emma
Defines
Frost.
why.
Or Emma Frost is supposed to be dead
Oh,
too. But there's rumors that she could be in this movie.
She
with
could be.
Phoenix.
That's right.
They're
I
making-
heard
That's what
that.
I'm
What
saying.
is
That's
happening?
They're
why I was
making
like,
their whole
don't just
universe.
kill her. I
Yeah.
need to know.
They're making their whole
But
new
even
movie
with
universe.
Dazzler, even though she had a small cameo that was cut out of the movie, and that in the last X-Men movie, 45 to 50.
That's
If he weren't in
everyone.
this movie, that role.
That's
if he
everyone.
were-
He's dead, though.
James
That's what I thought.
McAvoy,
I thought
Michael
he was
Fassbender,
retconned.
Patrick
He's
Stewart.
But guess what? You know who else is dead?
I'm sure it'd be retconned.
It was an
It's
Emma
a
Frost.
crossover.
Or Emma Frost is supposed to be dead too. But there's
Well,
rumors
yeah,
that she
no,
could be in
it's
this
Taylor
movie.
Swift
with
could be in
Phoenix.
this,
So
right.
They're making
That's
it-
what I'm
What is
saying.
happening?
They're
That's
making
why,
their
like,
whole
don't just
universe.
kill her.
X-Men
I need
First
to
Class.
know.
They're making their whole
But even
Yeah.
even
Oh,
with
yeah, she died
Dazzler,
every time. On the next one,
even
they
though she
just
had a
mentioned,
small
like,
cameo that
yeah,
was
you
cut
know,
out of the movie.
they all
and that-
died. This-
in the
this-
last
Yeah,
Yeah,
X-Men,
makes
45
sense. Going
to
Yeah.
50.
That's
If he
everyone.
weren't in this
They're
movie,
like,
that
this is-
role.
That's
If he
everyone.
was
He's
dead,
dead, though.
James
That's what I thought.
McAvoy,
I thought
Michael
he was
Fassbender,
retconned.
Patrick Stewart.
But guess what? You know who else is dead?
I'm sure it'd be retconned.
It was an Emma Frost. Or Emma Frost is supposed to be dead too. But there's I mean, here's the thing. None of it makes sense.
They're
Because
making-
Emma
That's
Frost is
what I'm
out.
saying.
They're
That's
making
why,
their
like,
whole
don't just kill her.
X-Men
I need
First
to
Class.
know.
They're making their whole
But even
Yeah.
even
Oh, yeah, she died
Dazzler,
on the next one, they
she
just
had a small
mentioned. I didn't
cameo.
get that. 'Cause I was like, They all wait a minute. died. This
In
is
the
this-
last
Yeah,
X-Men,
makes sense.
45
Keeps going to
Yeah.
that's
If he
everyone.
weren't in this movie, that role.
That's
If he was
everyone.
in this movie,
That's what I thought.
McAvoy, Michael Fassbender, Patrick Stewart.
But guess what? You know who else is dead?
I'm sure it'd be retconned.
She was an Emma Frost. Or Emma Frost. But I mean, here's I won't think none of that makes sense.
They're making their whole they're making their whole. But even
Oh yeah, she got it. This is the last
Yeah,
time.
makes sense. He's going to like everyone.
In this music, that's all.
That's everyone.
But guess what? You know who else is doing it? It was an Emma Frost. Or Emma Frost. I mean, here's I won't think none of that makes sense. They're making their whole. They're making their whole. But even oh yeah, she got it. Let me know if you could still hear us. We don't know if you can still hear us.
Hi, guys.
That is the problem with this timeline continuity. They got so tied down to Matthew Vaughn doing the 60s. That they were like, oh, okay, we're just gonna, do everything based on the decade.
Yeah.
Like, we wouldn't have this.
Hold on, don't talk. The audio's all jumbled. We're gonna let them know when it's fixed.
Okie dokie.
Okay, well, can you hear?
Let us know when you can hear it.
Okay. You don't
Well,
have to
since
do
it's
that.
all jumbled, I can say what I.
promises.
So, you know what? Hey.
I think I fixed it. Let's see.
Oh, damn.
Did he fix it? Did he fix
Did
it?
you fix said audio?
Okay, audio's good. Did you guys hear?
I was gonna share some
so
stuff.
it doesn't make any sense that Magneto would be in about his 60s right now, but he still looks like a late 30s man.
Yeah,
Makes
because
zero sense.
what I was saying was just like they got so tied to doing period pieces for these movies, and just because Matthew Vaughn did it in the 60s, that's his thing as a director. But they're like, oh, we're gonna do the 70s because Bryan Singer wanted to do decades and 80s. It's so cool to close. So that's how they got themselves cornered into this problem when they want to bring back certain cast members.
I do love the X-Men though, and I'm so happy that we're finally I thought Logan was great. I really like that movie.
But why does
an
this have to be in the
Oscar-worthy
90s? That is my question. Why can't it still be in the 80s?
Because in the
Like,
80s
if it would
are
make
the
sense.
Why can't it still be in the 80s?
Well, I'd be like, this is gonna be set in the 90s. Like, I don't understand.
I know, and it's like, is the next one going to be in the 2000s, like in the early 2000s?
And it'll still be
No,
Jennifer
yeah.
Lawrence and Michael Fassbender.
Thousands? Yeah. Is it going to be in the odd thousands or no?
I don't know. I don't really know how they're gonna.
No, because it'll basically meet because the first X-Men came out in '99, so that's it.
But it's
It
been,
kinda
did
comes
come out
But then
full
are they
circle.
gonna have that
Retcon.
same aesthetic of the 90s, like the leather suits and stuff? Do you think?
it's been retcon now. Things are different. Everything's
Days of
that
Future
reset
Past
button.
fixed
Well, no, I'm just
Yeah,
saying in the
it's been
whole
reset.
X-Men kind of thing, it's like full circle. Because
I
they
just-
already covered the '90s to start with.
Yeah, true. But now the 90s, the whole storyline that we had in the 90s doesn't really
But
exist.
the whole 1900s wasn't eliminated.
No, but the 90s don't exist anymore.
No, I'm not.
Everything's
I'm not talking about the
reset,
storyline. I'm just talking
The
about
90s
the
were
time.
Oh, the
Great.
time, yeah.
Yeah, the time
Already
itself.
through, already through. Okay, it's all right. So that's true.
But Serenity says they could keep the actors, just use makeup to age them up. They could.
Yeah, they
it's
could
just
do that. They
they just
don't.
haven't done
They
that.
just haven't done
Yeah,
it.
I don't understand. Yeah, because I was at Serenity. Good point. I was thinking that too. I was like, well, are they gonna put like more lines on them? Like,
No, they're mutants.
how about computer generated? I don't.
Well, because
No,
here's the
Newton's
thing.
gonna age the same
I mean,
way we do.
no, seriously. Because if you think about it, James McAvoy, the way he looks, roughly, we're talking. This is the early '90s. '99 is when they start the X-Men series
First
that
one.
we first know. That McAvoy doesn't. He must have had a hell of a 10 years.
Oh, boy.
to look from one to the
Patrick
other.
Stewart
Well,
was
he
what,
did. He
55
was-
when he did the first X-Men, maybe. No,
Yeah,
not
I
55.
think it
He
was
might have been like
60.
50. Can you fact check that? Yeah, maybe early 50s or
Wait,
mid
who?
50s. But
Who
yeah,
Patrick Stewart.
Yeah, what is he now? Like 90 or something?
He's not 90.
Oh,
I think he's
70?
70.
I think he's gonna get nominated for an Oscar for Logan though.
Yeah.
Better,
He's
dude.
76 now. That was
So like 55, I
18
think
years
you're
ago.
about right.
Gosh,
Yeah.
Like in her 50s.
60.
He was 60. He was 60 when he was in
He
X-Men.
looks damn good.
Oh no,
Patrick
he looks.
Stewart.
Patrick Stewart looks amazing, dude.
He was
Very cat
60?
face though. It looks like I don't like. You look at him like, is there plastic surgery? And it's not, but his whole face is like very cat faced.
Yeah.
Look like someone just took a like.
Like the tape.
Yeah, like pull his
That's the
skin
tape.
and put a clip on. And he's
So
ready to
he
go.
was 60 years old roughly. McAvoy's how old roughly?
He's 37 too. Around 36, 37.
Dude, everyone 37.
We have
You're
roughly
wrong.
10 years to get him to
No,
30
no, he
30
is
years.
36, 37.
It's not the timeline of these actors does
Jennifer
not make
Lawrence,
sense.
26, 38.
38.
It just doesn't. It doesn't click. It does not make sense. But we'll see what happens. One movie I am excited about that's in about this era or about this franchise is New Mutants though.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
thought
gonna
you
ask
were
you
saying
guys about
Transformers.
that.
I was so ready.
Because I think New Mutants is going to be kind of like almost a reboot on a lot of characters that people know and love, but at the
Yeah.
same time a new thing. I think that's why I'm interested about X-Force though too.
Oh.
Is because that's some characters, hardcore characters that we get back. It's just sucks at the hardcore. Honestly, I really hope this Dark Phoenix movie is really good.
Do you think there's going to be a problem with saturation? There's too many X properties going on at the same time.
I don't think so. I mean, mainly
Especially
because
if they try to connect them.
only because Marvel's doing it. I don't see there being a problem.
But
There's
this
already
is
so
fu-
many like stories about X-Men that can be told, but they're only focusing on like set group. There's like you could go off and explore other ones, you know.
True.
That's only if they have one good plan, though, which
That's what I
Marvel
mean.
has. You know, the market.
They
on.
phase
They've
Yeah.
been
Having a
planning
plan.
this forever.
Yeah, X-Men is
Fox.
they're throwing things against the wall and being
Yeah.
like, oh, people like this. Let's make another rated R movie.
Fox is like, yeah, I got something else for you. Yeah, they just wanna do this
So let's get into a real. You want to direct a movie? Sure, kid. Come on, X-Men.
They like Deadpool. Maybe they just like rated R films. Let's make it this.
There you go. That's it.
That's what
That's
that's
it.
what I think is going on, and it's crazy to think that Deadpool's going to be their franchise guy, like Hugh Jackman was with the X-Men.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate because the actual X-Men, their franchise person is Jennifer Lawrence, who doesn't even seem like she wants to be in those movies.
Nope.
So it's super unfortunate.
Well, I mean, you know, you're getting choked out on a poster.
I
Sometimes
think
you feel that way.
I think it's better, but see that's the dumbest
You remember
thing
all the
I've
people that
ever
got
heard.
mad over that?
I do. I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember the joke about later they removed her and they had a bouquet of flowers and they were like,
you kidding me?
Marvel's really apologizing for everything. And it was just a joke, but it was like, I don't
It's a scene in
understand.
the
Listen,
It's a scene in the
I don't
film.
take
I don't
domestic
get it.
violence lightly or anything like that, but I'm just like, it's a fantasy film.
Yeah.
You guys see women in action films all the time, really?
People just find reasons to get mad over nothing.
I mean, literally, somebody got mad over the Wonder Woman poster where she's holding a tank. Then like, oh, that's not a World War I.
Are you
tank.
kidding me?
Well, I'm not a World War I tank. I'll tell you this. I know about World War I tanks. Shut up.
I wish we could turn the camera right now.
Ooh, you think we throw a mochi in his mouth? It's fine.
Our wine connoisseur fell asleep on the chair over there.
Yeah. Our sommelier actually woke up.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry. It's
I am also excited about New Mutants. What's your most anticipated movie for 2018?
Oh, can we just like finish 2017?
Well, there's only a couple movies left. It's Justice League and Spider-Man and Thor.
No, there's also Baby Driver, Atomic
I'm talking
Blonde.
comic books in general.
Well, Tom Blonde, I want to see that.
Well, we had free passes last week. If you guys wanted to see it, we should have just saw it.
Are you fucking serious? I wanted to go to that.
Give me more wine. Give me more wine. I'm upset now.
The IGN thing.
I'm upset now. Why?
I hate you so much.
Josh, where do you want to go?
this-
What do you want me to do?
I hate you both.
There you go. You can take this
You
back.
went?
Yeah, he went.
You
No,
don't have to
he's talking about
whisper,
Baby
it's
Driver.
okay.
He's talking about Baby Driver,
No,
not
I'm talking about Atomic Blonde.
Atomic Blonde. We had passes to last week, but
Oh my god, I cannot believe this. They're screening it
wanted
at
to see that.
Comic Con
Yeah,
now.
right?
So I want
Yeah.
tickets
Yeah,
to go.
definitely.
What's coming
Tom
out?
Blonde's
That's the one with
What's
Charlize
coming out
Theron,
2018
the
as
people
far as
from
superhero
John Wick.
films?
hey, Sloth.
Yeah, right. What else is coming out in 2018?
Avengers?
2018.
Right?
Avengers: Infinity War.
Right.
I mean,
Black
I'm
Panther.
obviously looking forward to that. Oh, that's right.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
Black Panther.
Woo.
Yes, that's the film.
Aquaman.
Hey,
No,
you said
Black
earlier
Panther
you think
is
Black
jumping
Panther, you think
everyone
Black
next
Panther
year.
may actually hit the
Here's
opportunity.
if I can dream anything, it's this. Patty Jenkins gets nominated for best director.
You guys heard it here first.
And I also want Patrick Stewart to get nominated for Best Supporting Actor.
not
Next
gonna
year, I'd love to see Ryan Coogler get nominated for Best Director for Black Panther. And honestly, I'd love to see Chadwick Boseman get nominated for Best Actor.
It's not gonna happen.
I
what
hope
about
it
Hugh
does.
Jackman for Logan?
I
don't
Killed
think
it.
that-
He did
Yeah,
kill it.
but
I
I
just don't think he's gonna get nominated.
Yeah,
I don't think anyone's gonna. Get
I think Patrick
nominated.
Stewart's
Patrick
gonna
Stewart
get
would.
nominated.
I love.
he's a
I
sir,
love
and
Patrick Stewart.
he's a sir in the way he actually, for his delivery and everything concerning like just a kind of a tragic figure in that way. He played out well. It was almost Shakespearean. I think he deserves it.
Because he's a Shakespeare.
Oh, I'm gonna see
Exactly.
I'm gonna see Valerian on the 30th.
Valerian's gonna be great.
I don't care about that. I
Valerian,
wanna
is
see
that
Atomic
the
Blonde.
Avatar Mass Effect looking movie?
Yeah.
That one looks good.
Okay. See, you say Avatar Mass Effect. Remember, this is the guy that originally made. This is the guy that originally made Fifth Element. And before Avatar, all that shit, Fifth Element was like this fanciful film.
Oh, no, I know.
The whole-
But it's
so
just that,
I
like-
would say base it more and say, give him his kudos because It's a great. Those films were great, and that started the whole thing. That James Cameron would have even had the idea to even go for Avatar.
No,
if it
yeah.
wasn't for
But
it.
when I was sitting in the theater and I saw all the like blue people, I was like, "Is this Avatar? Oh wait, it's not Avatar. Never mind."
But well, see, this is based. That's the thing. This is based off of a French comic that was around in
Graphic
the 70s.
novel, yeah.
That was around in the 70s. He wanted to make it after Fifth Element, but he said the technology wasn't where it was.
Right.
After James Cameron did Avatar, he was like, now the
totally,
technology is
yeah.
what it is, and that's where he did it. I was at the press conference last year for Comic-Con. That's why I know all this.
All right. So here's my next question for you. Do you think any actors or actresses in Wonder Woman deserve to be nominated for the Oscars?
I don't.
Okay. Moving on.
That's not a slight. I just, and I'm not saying that nobody really worked their asses off and stuff like that. And it was a great film.
It was a great film. Certainly, it was overhyped. Do you think it was overhyped?
I don't think it was overhyped.
Wait,
but
what?
if Christopher Nolan cannot get nominated for the Dark Knight series,
It was a fantastic film, but like everyone was talking about it as if it was the greatest film to ever grace.
That's my biggest problem for The Dark
That's the
Knight.
thing.
Yeah,
That's-
and it's like I saw
Because
it
realistically,
and I
I
loved
think-
it, but it wasn't spectacular. It
Dark Knight
wasn't. It
was the
didn't
Joker
make me
one, right?
like.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
Daryl,
that was good,
they're
but
more
oh my
so
God.
hyping
Come on.
it up for the fact that it is a woman.
It's a woman, and I get it.
But I don't think anybody's like, oh my God, the story was amazing. Everyone just comments
No,
on the
exactly.
performance, the fact that Wonder Woman was portrayed correctly.
I
Exactly.
think the story, the first two
I
acts of the
feel-
movie were great. It's that third act, the whole villain act, I hate.
I don't like it. Did you
But-
like the reveal of
No,
that?
not really. It was okay.
Yes!
It was okay.
Good. Okay.
Oh,
that
but-
wasn't just
yeah.
great.
It was
Okay.
I
surprising.
But
hated
with
the
that,
villain
with that
reveal.
being said, though,
Spoiler alerts potential.
with that being said, the Dark Knight story, nothing was stunning in that movie. It
Okay.
was an
I'm
average.
not even gonna engage with you on
Dude,
this because you're
Christopher
Nolan-
ridiculous right
visually-
now.
I
It
don't
was
think. I
great.
think
It
Christopher
was
Nolan
great.
should have been nominated for an Oscar, just not for that movie. I think he should have got nominated for either Inception or The Prestige.
Oh,
not for The
Prestige,
Dark Knight.
definitely.
But that's usually what they do. They kind of nominate you for a movie you shouldn't have been nominated for, and
Yeah.
then just to make up for the previous
That
one.
just how it works.
Me
Well,
personally,
But I'm just answering your question. Like,
Uh-huh.
if he couldn't get nominated for that, and the majority of the public think that is like cinematic greatness,
Yeah, it was. It was pretty
then.
good.
But no, I agree. Like Inception is
the
one.
only thing that makes that movie cinematic greatness is that they're taking a character like Batman and grounding him in the real world. Other than that, it's an average movie.
And
with
guess
a
what?
decently told
Everybody
story.
I
wants
like
to do
superhero
that now.
movies like
So
that.
he.
But I
did
disagree.
something.
Not everybody does want to do that now. Because if you look at a lot of these Marvel movies, a lot of them are not grounded. And like the only movie that I can really say is grounded in reality is probably Captain America: Winter Soldier.
I disagree.
Thor is definitely not grounded in reality.
Also, Iron
Guardians
Man.
of the Galaxy is not grounded
Would
in
you
reality.
say Batman versus Superman?
No, absolutely not. that's nowhere. That's not. I mean, I
What
know.
did you say?
I just wanted to hear
I will
that.
say this though: Batman versus Superman, I think, is a movie that's going to be respected a lot more in like
As
10
it gets
years
older.
Yes.
As it gets
than,
older.
than it is now. And I think,
Oh no, I agree.
truth
Totally.
be told, I like Zack Snyder movies with the exception of what's that one movie that's shitty?
Sucker
Punch.
Punch.
Sucker Punch.
Which
I like Sucker Punch.
visually, I think it was a great.
Visually, it was a great movie. The story sucked,
It was
though.
literally a live action anime. That's what it was, and take it as that, and kind of forget the rape. And it was
But I
good.
think with the X-Men, I think that the X-Men, the Batman versus Superman. I do think later on, as we start seeing this universe reveal itself, it's going to go down in history as like, oh, it's one of the best movies that planted seeds in it that you didn't get to see, that you saw pay off later on down the line.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. Suicide Squad, on the other hand, was just not very good. Serenity says they're all based off of the comics, but they don't follow the comic exactly. Trust me, this is someone who's read every X-Men comic ever. The comic Sinister came in after the Dark Phoenix saga, but not before.
Well, that's true, but then after that, if you continue reading later, you find out that in Sabanor, when he first came to the U.S., first thing he did was get Sinister and made Essex the company, which later
Nathaniel Essex.
Yeah, Nathaniel Essex, which is Sinister, and then later Sinister ends up making that company that continues on later. That is part of the reason how Wolverine does have the Animanium, because Essex found the Animanium.
He
that
says,
they end up
"Oh,
putting
so
into him."
Serenity.
So
you're
it's a long story.
You're halfway right. You're right in terms of when the character was introduced, but you're wrong in terms of the actual back history of the story. So
Yeah.
what he is saying is he came into the picture because Jean Grey died and wanted a super
wanted a
mutant
super-
baby
yeah.
of the Summers in Gray Line, so he cloned Jean, manipulated Cyclops to marry him. This is all part of the. This is what happens at the end of the Dark Phoenix saga,
Yep.
and there's this. He creates this clone called named Madeline Pryor,
Oh,
who
boy.
eventually joins the Hellfire Club as the Black Queen. And Madeline Pryor is almost an exact replica of Jean Grey.
Yeah.
Cyclops has a baby with her, which ends up being Cable.
Cable.
Right.
Cable gets infected with the techno-organic virus, has to send the baby to the
Apocalypse,
future, but there's a clone of that baby, and that baby's named Strife. Strife comes back. It's so convoluted. Strife comes back from the future to kill Xavier,
Yeah.
but everyone thinks it's Cable, but it's really Strife. But Cable comes back. Cable gets raised by the future Jean Grey and Cyclops.
Oh yeah, because they retconned that and did the
Comics.
story of, because instead of a Scan-Eye Sun, it became them doing it when they went into the future. It gets so. Pretty much the answer is because X-Men. That's
Comics.
It. Because comics. Because Marvel does this thing where they're like, oh yeah, instead of really retconning, what we'll do is retcon just one piece of a story and not really touch anything else. And then later, when we figure out that was a mistake because this one piece connects to 20 other things, we'll retcon everything. That's what they always do. And it's like, that's a
Blackwing
mistake
wants
of
to know,
Marvel.
do you feel like Jean is kind of overrated? Because after Jean died, Scott kind of lost his way a little, especially with him being Emma
missed
Frost.
The beginning, yes.
Yes,
We
I
don't
know.
think Jean is all that in the back.
I do agree.
Gene,
that-
Gene.
I also feel that
That's
Gambit's
pretty much
super
it.
overrated too, though.
I agree that
Gambit
Jean
is.
was overrated. However, Scott, you know, when you lose a loved one, yeah, you're kind of going to lose your way. But yes, she is overrated. You know, it's just something that comes with the territory.
It's playing just for Gene. It's playing just for Gene. World's smallest violin playing just
She's
for Gene.
too like
Because,
damsel
fuck.
for somebody
Hey,
with fucking
Ryan
mega
Steele
level
has
5
a question specifically for Migdalia. Migdalia, why do you look so beautiful tonight? That's what Brian wants to know.
I'm getting engaged.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
you, my friend. Is what
So
he
you're
said.
gonna she's getting engaged, so you're gonna have to stop complimenting because he will find you. Trust me, he's a dangerous guy.
Is his name Jezzer?
He's big
He's
and
a
brawly.
dangerous. Yeah. he's-
Yes,
You have zero aim, Daryl.
He's big, he's brawly. His name is Jezzer. No one has
I'm sorry. Who has shitty aim?
Yeah, apparently no one.
You like completely missed.
If that would have flopped on his face, though, you would have been done.
If his would have, if anyone's would have flopped on his face, would have been hilarious.
All right, let's not
but-
talk about flopping
Alright.
on places.
Instead of retconning,
Oh, you're getting
instead of
drunk.
retconning, hold on. Instead of
Hold on,
retconning,
hold on.
they reveal
Hold
histories
on.
that were never told, aka expanding on the character's past.
Hold
That's
on,
what
hold
Serenity
on.
says. Kat says, I'm better with connecting Marvel things than connecting anything DC related. And
Okay.
Serenity says, nah, Jean is so not overrated. She's perfect.
Oh,
Don't hate the player,
God.
hate the game.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
we're hating the game too.
I'm letting you know she's not a player. She is all game, and it sucks. That's it. Literally, she can't ball and worth nothing. I am so tired of Jean. She is all of a sudden every moment when we get any kind of interpretation of Jean, it's always she's so powerful. Once a moment we get to use her powers, she's so weak in comics, cartoons, and film. I'm tired of her. I'm sick and tired of her because the only moment that she was powerful is when she was Phoenix. After that, she's just a fucking waste of time. But
By the way, who do you guys think was
That's
the best person to hold the Phoenix Force?
oh yeah, when they did the whole thing, shit.
Because for me, I think it's Cyclops.
I would agree, but Magic had it for a bit.
Magic
didn't
did
she?
have a part of
And
it.
What did she do? I forgot. What was her?
They all had like a different thing.
Yeah. I forgot what she did that was like oh so dope, and I remember telling people like, "Well, damn, I never thought about using the power that way." But
Damn.
okay, Felix.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn, Jazz.
Damn.
Damn.
Damn, Tanya. Damn, Tanya. Damn. Okay. Anyway, that's how you sound. That's how that guy
That
sounds.
was
Damn,
weird.
Tanya.
Serenity says, "Say it to her face, LOL. Back off, my girl."
I have said it to her fictional face. Said it so many times.
Larry Newbill, shots fired.
I'm just
$2
saying.
super chat by Larry
Thank
Shots,
you,
Newbill.
Larry.
shots for
Saying
everyone.
she-
Oh, shots for everyone. Take a shot. Oh, you can't.
I mean,
You can take a shot of your
Hold on,
piss
hold
water.
on, hold on. Here it is.
my piss one.
There you go.
regular water
Yeah, you
today.
drink that piss water.
All right. Let's talk
But
about.
wait, what do you guys think about the fact that like Storm and Wolverine were together?
I kind of wish they would. If honestly, I wish that they would play that relationship up more.
Yeah.
If anything, because I feel If not, I wish that the X-Men did go back to Marvel so she can be with Black Panther. Because I think that's I would rather see Storm in the Black Panther movie than Storm in an X-Men movie.
Yes.
Because at least in the Black Panther movie they do it justice.
Yes, because I don't think anyone can
That,
handle
and
Black
speaking
Panther.
of women, I actually think Storm might be the number one best female
Well,
X-Men.
Question, because they use Quicksilver in both properties. Can they still use Storm, but they can't call her a mutant?
No,
That's
because
a good question.
Storm. No, because Quicksilver spent the majority of his time on the Avengers more so than the X-Men, whereas Storm was mainly an X-Men. The only character I can actually see.
No, but I don't think that's the case.
What is the case? Because Crystal,
Ooh, yeah.
because she's an Inhuman, but she was also Quicksilver's wife, but she also appeared a lot in the X-Men comics. So she's one of the only other characters I can possibly think of. There might be a couple others, but I don't necessarily think that Storm would be one of them. Beast, however, I think might be a gray area because he was a Defender and an X-Man.
Yeah.
But no, they're all Marvel characters. I don't think it matters if one was
No,
on
so it
the
does.
one team and
So the
one was
reason
other.
the reason that Fox has the rights to any character with the mutant title or that was introduced in the X-Men
yeah.
first, and they also have the right to the cosmic characters. For example, the one character that they had to share is the Watcher.
Yep.
Because the Watcher was in both Marvel properties. Now, a character that they actually had to get permission from Fox to use was Ego, the Living Planet. Because Fox owned the rights to Ego, but Marvel acquired that specifically for Guardians of the Galaxy. Because James Gunn hates Jason, Star-Lord's actual dad, so he used Ego instead. The question with some of these characters, for example, I can't say this one. Never mind. There's a character that could possibly, I was going to slip actually. There's a character that possibly could be appearing in the Inhumans show, but I think they're still trying to figure out if the rights lie with Marvel or with Fox.
God, man. See,
Didn't they figure it out before the show even went
Well,
to-
that's why
hate
the
that,
character is
man.
undisclosed right now.
And it's like, because of this whole thing about like licensing and who has what, it's ruining the fan experience
It
in
is.
so many ways. And it's like, it sucks because there was a time where unfortunately Marvel was bankrupt and they had to do it.
Yeah.
And then after that, when Joe Quesada takes over and starts rising up.
And now Fox
helping
just won't
them
give
build-
it up.
Yeah. And Fox is like, well, F you. It's ours from now on. And it's just like, okay, it's yours, but what are you doing with it? You're not doing anything. Just
Well,
go ahead
I
and give it
disagree
back.
because with the X-Men, they are doing a ton with.
Yeah, true,
The X-Men make
true.
a lot of money on their own. The Fantastic Four, I completely agree with you on.
Why haven't they got...
Well, just because they're putting out movies doesn't mean they're doing quality work.
So
That's
True, but it does mean that they're still keeping it because, and that's such a thing to me because
I hate the CG X-Men
if
movies.
you're making the Fantastic Four
I hate
movie
it.
and you're spending money but not making that money back, what does it hurt you to give it up to another studio that can make it right?
Yeah, like
it
sell
doesn't
it to
necessarily
that,
hurt you.
Well, I would say sell it to that studio, make one big final payoff, and that's it.
Or
No
cut-
one's gonna buy that property. Like
I
that.
think
would.
Marvel would.
I
So
know.
would
Like-
they pay a lot of money for it?
Did-
Because they
Oh.
don't, because they have a contract, and that's why they pushed out the
Granted,
last Fantastic Four.
Blackwing says something. He says at least DC owns all their characters. However, with that being said, they're having a tough time getting the characters that they do own. Right.
yeah.
That's right.
So I mean, I think that if you're putting out a Guardians, if you would have told me 5 years ago that hey, we're Marvel and we're gonna make a movie with Rocket Raccoon in it, but you're not gonna be able to make a Green Lantern movie, then, like I would have laughed at you. But here we
true.
are 5 years later, and I'd
And
be
you're
like,
like,
yeah, I'd
yep.
bank on that Guardians of the Galaxy. The Green
Yeah.
Lantern, not so much.
So I have a question for you guys. So like the way that Spider-Man comes back into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, let's say Marvel somehow manages to buy back X-Men. How do you think they're going to explain them?
Well, I think that's easy actually, because you have something like the Infinity Gauntlet, which has a reality gem, and if you take this reality gem and start merging different realities, and they can even do the big storyline of Secret Wars, where there's all these characters from different dimensions, and reshape reality where the X-Men are now heroes there in this world, you can totally pull it off. I don't think you have to go. It's not very difficult because they've already given themselves an out for it.
Right.
I think both actually. Even the X-Men can do it with the M-Cron crystal. That's going to be in Dark Phoenix. So
Oh, man.
you can still do that. That's not off the table. It's just going to be the dollars and cents of getting the studios to work together.
Right.
Because that's where you're going to be having these huge struggles of and that's essentially what it comes down to is money and ego.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Fox being like, hey, no, we don't want to do this, and Marvel being like, well, we don't care about what you think. It's like two little kids at a playground that both have cool toys. You know what I mean? So,
Ego.
I mean,
Also, it's so early in the fact that the X-Men isn't really fully formed
No, I
at
agree.
this point. So, like, and there's no children in the Avengers and anything like that, so they don't really have any relevance.
Not only
in
that,
Marvel
but you bring up a
Cinematic
great
Universe
point
right now.
of that even with Marvel, they're so young to these superpowered characters like the Inhumans, they're not sure what's an Inhuman and what's a mutant. So I think you can totally introduce these characters. The only problem is seeing if they did take place in the same world, you're not seeing the ramifications of what happened at the Battle of New York, where the X-Men.
No, but that's what I was
Oh,
saying.
but I guess you're right. You're right because it's
the
so late in
X-Men,
the game.
they're
Right.
still children.
That's
Charles
true.
wouldn't want them going
And it's
into
not even.
battle.
It's not even. We're not even seeing modern day X-Men actually. So you're right.
So if they're retconning everything, but
Yeah,
I was thinking about that, and that's why I
That's a
like
good
your
point.
reality gem theory because
Yeah.
I was thinking if they're like '90s X-Men, like when it was Femke and James and all that crew, where were the X-Men when all this was happening?
Yeah.
'Cause they live in New York.
That's why, like, I wanted your opinion on that because I always thought it was weird that it was like all this stuff is happening in New York and Spider-Man's not doing a single thing.
Yeah.
And so I like that when they wrote him in, it's like, oh, it's Stark now gives him the suit and blah blah blah, and you know,
How do you guys feel about that, by the way?
I like that. I
dig it.
And
actually
he's his
really
I
like
dig
mentor.
it.
I
Well-
think they have good chemistry.
Okay.
So
Well,
I'm very
mentor,
interested.
just financier.
Well, how do you like
Yeah,
that?
that's
that
a
he
better
gives
way to
him the
say it.
suit? Because I know that we're not getting an origin story in this movie. We're already
we
led to
don't.
assume that
We already
know
have
how
the
he gets
origin
his power.
story
We do.
technically.
I was going to say, which we don't need. At this point, everyone is familiar with the Spider-Man property. It's not too old where other people that are younger don't really know it. So now, let's continue on.
And-
Let's tell
yeah.
a story.
Like the only way that I think they will, but in like flashbacks, I think that would be it.
Little bit.
It's like,
That'd be it.
yeah, like when that spider bit me, it's a flashback,
Boom.
flashback,
They don't need
and
that.
then keep going.
I don't think
I
they need
know.
that either.
I don't
Everyone
think
knows
they.
it.
I don't think
We're
they
good.
like they need it, but I know something in me tells me that it's going to
That's
happen.
because that's amateur
will,
filmmaking.
yeah.
That's amateur stuff, and I think
It's
Marvel trusts the audience to be
Right.
smart and knows that we have 2 movies with the origin story
No, yeah, I
in
agree.
the last
Well,
15 years.
No, but I think
So-
he will tell the origin story to
Good night, Cat.
to his friend that catches him. And
Yeah.
says, oh my God, you're Spider-Man. He's like,
And
yeah.
I
So
think
this is what happened.
I
And
was
then they'll
thinking
have
about that. And I was
flashback.
like, I think that's going to be the
That's gonna be
outlet
the
where
scene.
he's going to sort of like say how
Right.
it happened, but not go into.
Like
but
a Wiki
here's-
Joe.
I think here's the bigger problem with Spider-Man, is that now that Amy Pascal is no longer going to be running Sony.
right.
No, she's not. Yeah.
The
Sorry,
the problem lies that they've only signed this character to like 6 movies.
no,
Yes,
that was way less.
That's
because
5.
they don't even
Sorry,
know that
it's
there's going to be
5.
a sequel.
there
for
is.
this.
It's already they've already announced that there's going to be a sequel. Matter of fact, I think they announced that there's going to be 2 sequels.
Yeah.
So I think it's 5 movies in total, but those also include the Avengers movies. So, I'm sorry, no. I
No,
think
yeah, the sequel has not been.
there's 6 movies, right? So you got Civil War,
Okay.
3 Spider-Man movies, and 2 Avengers movies.
Yeah.
6 movies. So what happens after that, though?
Well, then it's
Probably back to
contract.
Sony.
It's
But
contract
all of
talks.
this could take 10 years, so it doesn't. They don't
Well,
need
they
to
said
worry
they
about
want to
that
make
right
a Spider-Man movie every other year, so it can take 10 years.
Well,
and
no,
Tom
what's his
Holland
name?
said he wants to play
Yeah.
Spider-Man up until he's 40.
Yeah.
now. Yeah, he says that now.
And
Get
yeah,
a
we'll
little
see.
bit
We'll
more
see.
into the whole
Because,
PR game and all that.
Same thing like same
He's
thing
a
like
child.
same thing like Logan. I mean, what's his name? Hugh Jackman was like, man, I can do this forever. Came time where he was like, I can probably stop now.
But you know what? Credit to him, he did do 16 years, 16 or
Yeah,
17
no, very
years.
true. But he was like, I can do forever. And then after that, he was like, you know what? I think it's time to
Also, he
stop.
was much older. He already did work before,
Yeah.
so being tied to
Yeah.
a franchise later on.
I mean,
Yeah, and, you know, after a while, you're just like, dude, I'm tired of working out like crazy.
I
to get,
think
like, this way. I'm getting older.
the glaring example is young Christopher Reeve, who was Superman when he got cast as like 24 or something. And then he was like, you know, he took such great pride and he hustled for that role. And then he got to a point where he's like, I do not want to be recognized as this motherfucker ever again.
But then, I mean, then we have the story of, recently, a late great
He doesn't
Adam
wear
West.
glasses.
Adam West, and that I didn't realize like how much being Batman really did affect his life for quite a time until I watched like that documentary. But it was like, man, that's all he was recognized for.
Yeah.
And people were just like typecasting, like, no, we can't. But also him taking on the role and choosing to make it where it was a living example. of what kids could be, which is, hey, Batman doesn't have to be this dark, brooding, scary, blah, blah. It can be, hey, you can be a part of society. You can be this good person. You can do this. And, not everyone has to be a superhero to have these qualities. And that's what he was trying to show.
Right.
So now when you get it, you're like, I get why he was playing it over the top. I get why he was so campy. But the thing is, nonetheless, he's pigeonholed now for quite some time in his career. Didn't do much after Batman. Because it was like, people were like, oh, we only see his Batman.
That's what happens to like most of the Power Rangers too.
Exactly. Exactly. Which does suck. Because it's like, well, that's so unfair because you don't know this actor can have so much range.
Right.
But because you're afraid what other people will accept.
Exactly.
Because it's what you see. You're an executive, you're a producer, you're a casting agent, and you just think, well, that's how the world's going to see
Exactly.
it. Doesn't mean that's the case.
Like for any actor getting cast as a superhero is either like killing your like in the rest of your career or it's going to make it.
I disagree. I think that we live in a different era now.
Well, now we do,
where
but like
you could get
Michael
cast,
Keaton.
not just Michael Keaton, but like we're talking about guys like, listen, to be in a superhero movie like Robert Redford, like,
Ooh,
or
that's
you
true.
got.
But
you-
then again, he wasn't a superhero in a superhero.
Okay, well, even so, you got Michael Couture, who's Luke Cage. He's not going to be typecast as Luke Cage. You got.
But what will you ever see him in after that, though?
But it doesn't matter. That's my point. Is it won't matter. It won't necessarily
He's gonna
matter.
play in Othello. That would be it.
It could. I mean, he
I
could
mean,
play in anything.
I agree that our
I'm
era
being
has
honest.
changed.
I'm being
and-
honest. You know it's true.
Yeah, I
Usually
agree that our
happens when
era
you
has.
get a
Okay,
black
here's
actor-
one.
a
James
black
Marsden.
actor gets
Wait,
so-
hold on a
No,
second.
no, it's totally fine. No, continue. Do your thing. No, I don't want to speak anymore.
No, go ahead, Bill. Go ahead.
Go, Daryl, go.
No, I agree that our era has changed, but I don't think that it's changed as much enough that like getting cast as a hero will change that. You know?
I
As in
think that
how?
I think that James Marsden is a great example because he's an actor that was pretty much only known as Cyclops.
That's
No.
true. Now he's known as the guy that gets
Before
killed
that,
at
he
the
was
end.
known as a
so.
fucking. He was known just as the guy that was in a horror movie that got killed off. I think.
Well, and then now he's
it
in
goes to
Westworld
my
getting
point
killed off.
where his character is so underutilized. Nobody's like, oh, James Marsden equals Cyclops. Nobody's saying
Well,
that.
here's-
Like, Adam West
exactly.
is
All
Batman
right,
and
here's
all
another
that.
example. Hugh Jackman. He pretty much started as Wolverine. Got his huge start as Wolverine. He wasn't typecast just as Wolverine.
No.
He
So-
was in Swordfish.
Yeah,
Swordfish was
that's,
the
that's
movie.
where the Storm Wolverine relationship
Sure,
started.
but that's the movie right after. But he wasn't in The Prestige.
He wasn't.
I mean, he wasn't-
one of my favorite movies.
He wasn't
That's right.
in a ton of movies where he like Les Mis. Like he's a versatile actor though.
Yeah.
I think that
Australia?
talent is always
Australia.
talent's always going to rise above.
Yeah.
I don't think that. I think now that casting directors. I think look at it as like almost like a notch on your belt to say, oh yeah, I was in this big franchise.
Right, because he's a favorite in the industry. People like Hugh Jackman, and that's not just. And the problem is because a lot of these people won't see the actors like who plays Batman or Superman take it seriously. They won't even see him in the room.
Yeah.
So they can be multi-talented, but they can't even get that opportunity to go into the room because no, the Superman guy, no, he runs around in spandex.
Yeah.
No. No, so-
Like that's how a bunch of people felt about Stephen Amell in like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Every time they watched him, it's like, oh, that's not Casey Jones. It's freaking Oliver Queen. You know, like there was another God, who else?
Grant Gustin.
Yeah,
the Flash guy.
yeah. I mean, I think he still gets typecasted too, just as Flash.
He doesn't get casted at all as anything else.
That's why.
Well, it's because those are. I don't think those are like different scenarios.
Robert
I think.
Downey
Let's really have a
Jr.
point.
No, I don't think
He's
Robert
the
Downey.
WWE Stephen Amell.
What?
Oh yeah, huh, that's right.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw, okay?
I mean,
That's true.
I don't think Robert Downey Jr. gets typecast at all as anything. I think that guy can act anything. It's just.
I think so too. But
Well, nobody else is. Listen, right after he did Sherlock and then he did Tropic Thunder. I mean, the guy's doing.
He
He's
did
doing
Sherlock.
just fine.
he's doing good.
What?
He did do Sherlock.
No,
Sherlock
he
Holmes.
did. She did Sherlock Holmes, not Sherlock.
Same fucking
Okay,
thing.
They
relax
were two
over there.
Hey, Cumberbatch, goddammit.
Not on
Oh, yeah,
that-
so they can
that
do 2 episodes a year?
Cumberbatch train.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it.
2 episodes a year and they call that working. You read it. Go ahead.
Well, Serenity does say, well, Michael Coulter is going to be in Girls Trip this summer. The only reason Michael Coulter is going to be in Girls Trip
Here
this
we
summer
go.
is because, no.
Why do you
because they
hate
didn't-
on Michael
No,
Coulter?
I'm not hating on him. I'm saying it's because they didn't get Idris Elba. There was a whole story No, I'm not joking. There's a whole story concerning that where he said he didn't want to do it because he feels that
He doesn't want to be overly sexualized.
Well, that's one thing, and also the thing is, it's gonna be that film is going to be a very popular in the black community and also the hip hop culture community.
And he doesn't want to be known as that.
No, he doesn't want to be connected with that because
He rather.
No. Only reason he doesn't want to be connected with that is because he used to date K. Michelle. So the issue is he feels that people are going to automatically reconnect that. So that's the reason why he passed on it. Once he did, Michael Coulter. That's it. Is just jealous of Michael Coulter? No, I'm not.
Daniel wanted to be a girls trip guy.
I want to be a girls trip, damn it. Not Luke Cage, but only girls trip.
Yes.
No, Michael
Ouch,
Coulter.
wow, that shade.
Michael Coulter is white.
You need those sunglasses indoors right now for that shade,
Michael
bro.
Coulter is just as whitewashed as me. So I mean that's fine.
I will say this, Michael. I will say this about Michael Coulter though. He did not want to promote Luke Cage and the Black Lives Matter stuff.
Nope.
He was not about that. He did not want to do
he's
that.
married to a white woman and all that. It's kind of like I think it's
going a little too far to say he's whitewashed though. I think that's bullshit.
No, they already did with the hoodie thing. That was a statement.
He
for
knows
Black
he is.
Lives.
I agree with you. I agree with you. But he
whitewashed.
personally didn't want to.
He
promote
knows
it that
he's
way.
whitewashed, just like I am. I'm not a problem with that.
He didn't want to promote it that way.
I'm still very heavy Black
Who
Lives
washed
Matter,
him
but I'm
in white?
whitewashed.
Yeah.
I think anytime someone's acting shady, they should wear the sunglasses.
Put him on, Daniel.
Oh well, fuck it. Hold on. Let me get ready for this. Come over here, step into the what do we want to call it? The Trader Joe's live corner right here for a moment. Get in here, guys. I'll tell you right now, Michael Coulter is a piece of shit. Right? First and foremost, I don't think he's a good actor. I don't think he's a good actor.
God.
Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Everyone that knows me will say it right off the bat. Michael Coulter is not a good actor. No, because the truth of the matter is, you show me Michael Coulter's range, and I'll show you a fucking liar. Because that's what you are to me.
Wait a minute. Hold on, time out. Michael Coulter's not a good actor, but you wanted Nicolas Cage to play Superman?
Nicolas Cage, once again, not a good actor. I can admit that now.
sure.
I'm adult enough to admit that. But I love that man. Nicolas Cage, I fucking love that man. He's amazing. He's amazing. They're in my mouth. I love Nicolas Cage because he's so bad. It's so dramatic. And that's the only reason I like him. That's the only reason I like him, because at that time I was like, so heavy in film. I was a John Woo fan to death. And when John Woo was like, Nicolas Cage is going to be John Woo. I was. And Nicolas Cage, he chose
Doves, two guns, motorcycles.
Duality, motorcycles in slow motion. I was so into it.
He was so into the film that John Woo was the guy.
Remember, before come on, dude, Hard Boiled and all the others, those were good. Face Off, fucking horrible.
I fucking love Face Off. I used to watch that
No,
movie.
I love the movie, but come on, from a film standpoint, you're going to tell me, think about it now, look at it now, it doesn't hold up for shit.
I think it's great. It does hold up.
Wow, okay, well, there you go.
Another
liar.
It's not stuck on any kind of time period.
It's not?
No.
It's the slow-mo, the doves, the two guns, golden
that's
guns.
not a time
I'm
period
licking my
thing.
guns. That is so 90s. No, that is
trademark.
The doves are.
She's
The
right.
doves and the slow-mo, yes. The gold guns, the licking, the whole.
No.
Heavy emphasis on duality.
You're confusing what she's saying. What she's saying is those are film tropes of his.
Yeah.
You're saying that's a time period.
No. The only tropes of his were the doves and the two guns, but the heavy emphasis on duality, the whole Greek culture thing. In the 90s, there was a heavy
90s thing.
Okay,
That's
all right.
not
That's not tied to
You're gonna say it's not a
music or
90s thing.
clothes
You're not gonna say
She's
it's
talking
90s.
actual time period. You're talking.
I'm saying during that time there was a lot.
You're talking stylistically. It's
Calm down,
stylistically during
right?
the 90s. Oh yeah, I'm sweating and I'm wearing shades indoors. But I'm gonna say right off the bat,
You're
all right,
the opposite race.
All right, yeah, I am. But anyway, back to Michael Coulter.
Hey, no worries. You already won Serenity over with your Michael Coulter.
Man, you're going on
Come
a
in here,
tirade.
come in here, Michael. Come in here. Do me a favor, man.
He's gonna Luke Cage your ass.
You gonna Luke Cage my ass? Fuck yeah, he acted that shit, which was fucking horrible at that time too. I mean, god damn, his villain. His villain, ultimately, in the end, they chose to go ahead and do the, what was it?
Potential
Copperhead
spoiler
or
Wait a
whatever.
minute. I got a question
God,
for you. You're
that
throwing
was
so
horrible.
much shade on Michael Coulter. Did you not see Finn Jones' Iron Fist?
Okay, Iron Fist, I don't even address because it was so shitty.
Damn.
That's how shitty it was.
I didn't
That's how
start
shitty
that,
it
and I don't
was.
want going to now because
No,
everyone.
well, don't. Your congratulations.
You do
You're
yourself a
living.
favor.
You're
The
doing
villain
yourself
is
a favor.
it's definitely a mustache twirly villain. It's like, yes, let's
Oh
get
my
them tomorrow.
God.
It's like
It's happening today.
Why can't it
was
be
so
today?
bad.
Yeah, why is it gotta be tomorrow?
No, because that's always funner to do. You're like, funner? What the fuck? It was that bad.
So all right, we
But I'm
got
just
it.
saying-
You don't
I'm
like
just saying
Michael Coulter.
Oh my god, are you serious?
I think actually
Can
maybe
you just take this to your
maybe it was the
Instagram live
way
feed?
maybe it was the way they wrote them. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was it.
Maybe you just
maybe that
can't
was it.
act words. Is what you're saying.
Maybe-
Maybe you can't.
Maybe I can't
Are
act
you just
words.
mad because he gets to bang Jessica Jones and you know?
What? No.
Savage, bro.
No.
Savage, bro.
Someone's gonna take that whole thing and
Misty
just
Knight.
send it to Michael Coulter.
Misty Night, maybe. But not
That's
that.
you, Misty
she-
Knight.
Yeah. Misty Night, damn, I'd be jealous as fuck, but come on. Anorexic, pale. Anyway, go ahead. Jessica Jones. No, she's paler on there than she is on Don't Trust the Bee. In
Well,
Parker.
no
Now
one
you're
can see
getting
that
on someone's
anymore.
complexion?
No, I'm saying she was hot. She was hot as F in that, and then they just made her not that hot.
Can you
Jessica
turn down
Jones.
Daniel's microphone with a
Oh,
now?
man. Okay, wow. Because I have an opinion, turn it down. Wow.
Your
Hey,
opinion is
hey,
like a
man.
5-minute time.
Since-
You know what? Hey,
That was long.
black opinions matter.
Now, I do want to talk about one thing, though. Well, before we close out the show.
No!
What?
Because we still have so much to talk about.
Well, that can wait till next week. Before we close out this episode, there's one thing. There's one thing I want to address on the After Dark show, and that is something that's going to be happening back here in Southern California's Club Cosplay.
Joe, what's that?
Shit.
Gee,
Holy
Joe,
shit.
tell me more.
What am I opening Pandora's box here? It's on
Yes,
the
you
internet.
did. Yes, you did. Because I got some fucking first words for that too.
So-
go ahead.
Oh, God.
Club Cosplay is what is I should say is known as, I don't want to say these are our words or I don't want to take anybody's words, the premier club,
The Shade Queen.
premier club for geeks. It's coming back. It left
me a
a while
weeping
ago,
willow.
but it's coming back. I want to get your opinion just real quick on if you're looking forward to Club Cosplay returning, and if so, what do you want to see change, Daryl?
I don't even know what Club Cosplay is.
Fair answer.
I've been many a times. I love club cosplay.
Okay.
I'm listening.
I like attending. I just like, it's in that cool after party, and then like I get to see cosplayers that I might have not seen or seen on the floor, but it was too busy. Because I hate those people that stop in the fucking middle of the little racetrack to take a picture with a cosplayer.
There's a
Yeah,
racetrack?
I agree. No,
yeah,
she doesn't
yeah,
mean
the
that.
walking
Yeah, you know.
I was gonna say, what the?
Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's cool to like get the
thoroughbreds.
pictures that I wanted to get with them, and I like music and live bands. Maybe like cheaper drinks or drink specials, something like that.
I think that's set by the bar, though.
Yeah,
not
that's
necessarily
you
the
can't
club.
blame them.
It depends. You can negotiate with the club, but that you asked what I want to see, and that's just kind of what
That's
I
true.
wanted to see.
Daniel?
Oh, here we go. Wait,
no,
did I
no.
finish everything I want to say?
Do we have to hand these
Okay,
back
go.
to you?
Well, no, actually, no. I will agree. When I attend Club Cosplay, I do like the atmosphere. I do like meeting the people. I do like the whole idea where it's just nerds getting together to have fun. I love those. I love the fact that we have a place where we can actually connect and have fun, and that it goes as frequently as it did.
Right, because I'll say
I
the
do.
credit. It's one of like the first after parties that you could have after the con, on a Saturday night. So
I do.
There's
I
also,
didn't-
I mean, I don't know about that,
But
but
what I didn't
LA
like,
downtown.
what I didn't like was apparently the drama that happened all behind it all.
okay, before we get into that, let me give
That's all.
you my whole thing about this, because Club Cosplay, I agree with both of you. I actually think it's better for the geek community to have more things to go to
Yes.
every week. Like,
And-
whether it be Geek Meet, Club Cosplay, it doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's an event that people that are like-minded could go to. I'm all for it.
Which is
I'm
the
also
dopest
like
thing.
the fact that it's a cosplay cosplay club, mainly because I'm not gonna lie, me personally, if anybody that actually knows me knows that I'm not the biggest fan of cosplayers at conventions. However, at Club Cosplay, I'm okay with it because this is what it's for. You know what I
Yes.
mean, to take pictures, to have fun, do your thing. I'm perfectly fine with it. That being said, I also do agree with Daniel. The drama behind it is kind of ridiculous.
Well, the reason I say it.
So what
was
is said
because-
drama?
Well, okay, there were some things recently there was a live stream.
Oh, one last thing that I wanted to see change to it though
Okay.
is that the one thing I don't like about Club Cosplay though, it's the same fucking show every same time.
Yeah,
Like it's the
I
same
agree with
gimmick
that.
every time.
No, there are different bands that play.
No, it's
No,
the
bro.
it's
Oh, really?
the Back to the Future.
Back to the Future,
live band.
the flux
shit.
capacitors.
Flux capacitor.
It's
Which
the
I
same
like.
band
I,
every
guys,
day.
I like
no,
you.
I do
love
like
you.
it. I do like it, but then
But
yeah,
they
yeah.
should change
It's just make the theme make it feel different every
Well,
time.
the thing is, you have to realize how hard that is to actually find live acts all the time that are
In
still
LA?
Yeah, in LA.
Dude,
then
Well,
no.
in
Yeah,
LA.
seriously.
that are-
No, we have the entertainment capital of the world.
that are nerd themed.
Is it?
They
Because
could dress up. If you're being hired, you could dress up.
No,
You
but
would
see,
do
that's the
it.
thing. They're nerd themed, but they have songs that are actually.
No, you're thinking about
don't
the
they
other
rewrite?
group. You're thinking
Oh,
about
really?
the library binders or whatever.
Library
it's
bars.
called.
Library bars.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Ninja Sex Party.
you can do a DJ
Oh,
that does
shit.
all 8-bit. Like
Yeah,
you can
let
do
me step
so
back
many
then.
different
Fuck.
things.
Yeah, the
That's
Flux
true.
Capacitor
There's a
Sisters
lot.
are a cover band. They do cover songs.
Oh, then
So
fuck it.
personally,
Never
I
mind.
feel like they need to change up the show if they're going to get back on their feet. That I'm okay with that. But what were you going to say? You said
Well,
what is said
okay.
drama,
Yes.
Daniel?
Okay. There was recently a live feed announcing that Club Cosplay is coming back. The creator, owner, Ivan, went ahead and took to the web to tell everybody exactly, well, some of the gripes that he did have concerning Club Cosplay, which there was a portion that I did actually love and agree concerning that, where he said, I'm tired of throwing an event so that people can show up just to judge and pick on other cosplayers.
this what Ivan said?
Yeah, he said that was so interesting. And which is good because it's true.
It is, yes.
All right,
Wait, what?
this is a community where we're supposed to be able to embrace everyone.
Exactly.
And Ivan hit it right on the head, and it's something that's interesting. Usually, people that create something never get to see this problem, but he saw it and pointed it out. There shouldn't be a moment where at a club cosplay, which is a club that does promote cosplay, people shouldn't show up here just to judge cosplayers.
Right.
Oh,
For the record,
well,
I've
you're
never
cosplay.
seen that.
Hold on, wait a minute.
I see that all the time.
Whoa.
Yeah.
But not at
I see-
club cosplay specifically.
Okay, so Ivan is saying this. However, this is a dude that that essentially is saying that. But every time that I've met him, I feel like that's the vibe he's giving off.
Oh,
so,
really?
Let's not play fucking coy.
No,
Like,
I'm not playing. I'm saying
we're gonna
really.
shoot.
Well, see, I don't get to talk to him that much.
I don't
Remember.
feel. Listen, I think this is a lot of grandstanding. This is a lot of saying the right things, and
Well,
I think
it's something that I've always thought. I don't like when people judge.
I don't
other
like when people
cosplayers.
judge other cosplayers.
I
Either.
don't like that shit.
And this
I
is
can't fucking
actually,
stand that.
and God, I said this on the first After Dark show. Is that that's the reason I don't like cosplay actually is because it's so
elitist.
judgmental.
Yeah.
But
That's this whole industry though that we're in.
exactly.
But it shouldn't be.
You know?
it's supposed
But
to be
that's
a
not
nerd
what-
thing.
that's not what this is about.
Nerds, we're supposed to be a collective
That's the
that
thing.
actually
You know
embraces
how
everyone.
ironic that is?
Especially coming from him, because how is it going to be a collective like that? When have you met him and tried to do business with him? He's not a
well,
collective kind of guy.
That is very true. That is very true. And I'm sorry, guys, we're cutting really deep and we're pulling the curtain back on this, but it is very true. He isn't that guy.
I mean, listen,
He isn't
I
that
don't.
guy.
It's just our After Dark show. No reason to pull punches. I mean,
No.
Migdalia probably has nothing to do
No,
with that. You
because-
don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, I have no
Like,
idea. You
Well,
just
yeah, I didn't,
Cheryl.
I didn't watch the live stream, and I've never personally witnessed any of the animosity going on at club cosplay. But I
Well,
do
it's
know that it
very-
is rampant in the cosplay community.
Yes,
I'm just
exactly.
specifically speaking to this event that I have attended many times.
Yeah, well, I feel that the club cosplay in itself should be, and it was promoted as a safe haven for
Right.
cosplayers.
Well, I think conventions
And
should be
that's
that way
why
too.
Conventions
They really should.
should be that regardless. I mean, you're going to a club, I mean, yeah, to have fun, but conventions that's what they're there for fun. Just to like, it's so ironic to have the fact that we even have to say that everyone should be accepted when nerds are the ones most ostracized anyway.
Yeah.
True.
You know, they should be the ones like, oh, we can get along
We should
because
start a
we're
club thing
nerds.
called a Hellfire Club.
No, I can't.
It's just,
Already
it's
know
so weird for that, just to like even see that happening. I don't know. People are fucking weird.
But
It's-
there were some moments on that feed
What else?
that
Yeah, what else?
okay. There are moments on the feed where it was just like, okay, come on. We're playing for drama here. We're literally playing for drama, and it has to do. It
Well, what
goes
else did
to
he say?
well, it's deep cut stuff.
Like
where
what?
It's like,
Yeah.
okay,
If he put out a live
no.
stream-
I'm saying he says he names names, and
Which are?
well, the one for me that was like, okay, really, there's no reason to come back at someone, which was Bernie.
Bernie Bregman.
Bernie Bregman has been on this. He's been on the hashtag show for some things. He's been on a lot of other nerd things also as well. He's one of the people that's throwing the big Stan Lee birthday party.
Oh,
Legion M.
Legion M, but he's connected to it. You know, so that's part of his thing. But he used to work with Bernie. Ivan and Bernie used to work together, Club Cosplay. He was like an MC, blah, blah. And then it became this whole thing where
also,
people were...
Also, Bernie runs Nerds Like Us, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Okay.
And now
And
Bernie...
Club Comic Con? Club Comic Con,
Club Comic Con, I think it is.
Club
Now,
Comic
to be fair, Bernie did go on a live stream and at first go ahead and he did mention Ivan, and he did trash Ivan. He did. So when it comes time for Ivan to do his, Ivan, tit for tat, I'm like, come on, man. All right, there has to be a point where, I'm going to say this, Joe, honestly, if it came a moment where it was like, all right, you had the same kind of issue, Bernie said something, when it comes time for you and you're like, all right, hey, I'm relaunching something, you're not going to run tit for tat. It's kind of like, you know what, I'm going to let the product speak for itself. I don't have to run tit for tat and be a fucking kid.
I wouldn't even do a video.
That's what I'm saying. No, he did a video concerning just Club Cosplay. And then he was like, now let's talk about some off-the-cuff things.
It's like the elephant in the room?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
Let's address the elephant in the room. And for the elephant in the room, he addresses Bernie.
Well, that's not an elephant. That's not the public's concern, or shouldn't be the public's concern.
But I think-
well,
Public
the thing is,
matters.
Bernie
Yeah.
did kind of make
Here's
it
the
a public
problem.
concern.
Here's the problem. Is
Bernie
both of those
did.
guys aired their dirty laundry out.
That's
now
the
both
thing.
of those guys they're reaping what they sow.
Yeah,
Right.
and,
Like, that's the biggest problem.
And
I see.
And I'm a friend. I'm definitely a friend with Bernie, and I kind of know Ivan. And the thing is, I'm thinking to both of them what I said. And Bernie knows I said it to him. You shouldn't have said it. And to Ivan, I know you're probably not watching, but someone will get it to you. I don't think you should have said it either. Be above that. There's no reason to do that, especially in the nerd community. You are seen as someone that is in the forefront. You're kind of running things. It's like, presidential political candidates. Don't go down to that level where you're like, okay, now I have to do it too. Don't. Just let your product speak for itself. Yeah, he is. Don't let your product speak for itself. Just be the one to let the product shine, and that's all you need to do. That's it. And from a business standpoint, it doesn't look good. You never want to be a superior yelling at your subordinates. You never want to, because once you do, guess what happens? Now you're a subordinate as well.
Of course.
And that's what people are going to look at like, wow, why are you getting so personal with it? I don't think it was a good idea. I don't. That was my only gripe about that whole thing. What you felt and what you had to say, I mean, that's between you and him. But I just don't think you had to go ahead and make it public just because he did. Let him make it public, and that's fine. Bernie is my guy. And I told Bernie before, I don't think it was a good idea, but Bernie felt he had to. You didn't have to, though. That's it. It doesn't have to be gripe for gripe or tit for tat. That's it. It was a waste of time. That whole part was a waste of time. Just kind of announce that, hey, we're bringing back Club Cosplay. Tell us the things that you need to see as far as the growth of it. But don't do that.
Right.
What do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
Well,
Honestly, being direct, what did you think?
Well, I didn't really hear like all that. That's the first I've actually heard of like all that stuff. So I didn't really know. But here's my real take on this. I'll be honest with you. I feel that I love Bernie as a person. I love Bernie a lot. I think he's a good guy. However, if you were going to shoot on people, you have to understand people are going to shoot back. So this is a community where anything that's going to be said publicly is going to get around publicly. So understand that you're going to have to deal with the scrutiny of it. With that being said, I also think that stick by your words. If I have to say certain things to certain people, at the very end of the day, at least I'll stick by them. I think that if you're going to be successful, you're going to be successful in spite of what everybody else is saying. Like, it doesn't matter. I think that's where you hit the nail on the head. Regardless if it was Club Cosplay, Club Comic Con, Nerds Like Us, it doesn't necessarily matter. Now, I respect trying to clear the air and clear up bullshit. Just don't get mad when people are going to throw that same bullshit. And I know both of these guys, because I know that both of these guys can do that stuff. Like, listen, both of them have a great following, which is awesome. However, it's like if somebody were to say, like, listen, we've had our problems with certain people in the past. I am not going to, the one thing I won't do is run away from it, though. I'm not going to hide behind a computer. I'm not going to, if you have a problem with me, tell me. We'll settle it. I'll talk to you to your face about it. Or if you want to do this on the internet, we can do that too. It doesn't, everybody here knows that I'm not gonna back down or hide from anybody. Yes. I made one of our producers leave earlier.
Oh, really?
So
Oh yeah.
I'm not gonna. It's just not my style. But I feel that if you're going to air your dirty laundry, understand you're doing it in public. So don't feel like well, why is everybody asking me about this? Because you both did it.
There you go.
It's that simple. Now, with that being said, I do personally want Club Cosplay to succeed because I feel like in the community that we are in, and I was just having this conversation the other night with somebody else, the community that we're in, I feel needs more things. Yes. Not necessarily conventions, by the way.
Right.
Because we can go to those all the time. I think that the nightlife is something that people should go to.
Right.
So, if it's successful, great. If it's not, regroup and figure it out. And if not, then I hope there's other people out there that are throwing events for other people to go to.
Yeah,
I don't
like nerds like us. Like I go to a lot of their events too. And like another thing I would like to see with Club Cosplay is them being a little bit more local to LA. Because if it's not like Kamikaze,
or
which is
like
Stanley's
Corona.
Comic-Con. Yeah, it's always in Corona. The only time it's in downtown LA is when it's Kamikaze.
Yeah, like the slide bar. Fuck, man.
Huh.
I'm sorry, man.
That's
a
idea.
far way
Yeah.
to travel, dude. Most of your fan base is here in LA.
Yeah.
Well, I think that it's a harder market, and you have to realize too that
Money.
It's not a harder market.
I'm sorry,
No,
not the
but
market, but the acquiring
get
the
the
venue,
venue?
is it's a lot harder for them.
I will agree with that.
So I mean, everything has to be dollars and cents. Now,
That's true.
like I said, I agree with Migdalia. I think that like nerds like us, great events. They do great events. You want to go to their events? They do great events. Go to as many geek things as you can, as if you're a fan of it,
Right.
because you'll meet more people, and it's just cool things to do.
Pay attention to our Comic-Con stuff. We'll be actually be doing something.
I don't think it makes any sense to feud, but at the same time, I understand it because we've been there too.
Yeah.
So.
It's just a business breakup. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Yes, you don't have to go and do live streams and air that out. It was just a business relationship that did not work out. So just part ways.
Yes.
That's
That
what I
way you
feel.
preserve your own image.
Speaking of parting ways, we're gonna part ways with you guys. We've been on for like 2 hours, but
It's fun.
it
was
is
a fun
fun.
2
You
hours.
can join us next
I
week.
wanted to address that, but
Go ahead and address it.
well, you were the only one that wouldn't hold the answer.
Will Mimic be a bad guy or good guy in the Dark Phoenix movie? That's a great question. The way that his character breakdown was listed, it seemed like he would be a new recruit. It seemed like all the characters that they have for the X-Men side, besides the principals,
Yeah.
the supporting characters are going to have questionable past, maybe fight with them in the beginning, but then join them. But also, it seems like Magneto's recruiting his Brotherhood, so it could go either way. I do think he'll die, though, because that's a big part of the comics.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, that Mimic is also Morph from the X-Men 90s cartoon, is based on Mimic.
That's right.
And they originally wanted to use, I think, Shadowcat or somebody, but they said, you can't kill Shadowcat. Here's a character. They pretty much said, is there a character we can just kill off in the first 2 episodes? And they're like, you can use Mimic, but make him Morph. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what they did. So I don't know. To answer your question, long story short, I don't know. But we'll be back next week with another hashtag show after dark. We don't know who you'll get, but you'll get some of us. The next time you can see us live is going to be on Twin Peaks Welcome to the Red Room.
Tomorrow.
That is on tomorrow with me, Migdalia, and Daniel. Are you actually going to show up, or are you going to Reggae Fest?
No, show up.
I just called it out.
right. Well, now you ruined it for her because she was like, "Damn it, I was gonna go so quick."
But that's
It would have been her and Jeff actually.
the next
Jeff
time.
goes to Reggae Fest.
Next time you can see us live.
You
But
said that.
Migdalia, where can we find you next?
You can find me tomorrow night.
She's so unhappy, and I love it.
Tomorrow night, guys. Or you can always follow me on my Facebook. It is Miggy Spicy.
What accent is that?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's transcontinental.
Okay, there you go. There you go.
Facebook is what?
Miggy Spicy. The Instagram is Miggy Spicy.
Okay, then you need to do an accent now.
Daryl.
All right, I could do.
Is it Australian?
I guess so. You can find me on all my social media at Daryl J. Delphin, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. See, it's weird. It's like this weird Australian British thing.
No, Australian is so good. It's so
It's weird.
It's New Zealand. That's what it
New
is.
Zealand. I guess it's New Zealand.
Yes.
I'm ready for Power Rangers, enter. Yeah, and then you can see me live on the God, what was it? Anime Super Chat on Thursday. What she said. What she didn't say. She was pointing. You know what I mean.
And you gotta be
Plan
British.
Sander.
Well, no. Where can we find you? You got to do one.
African, right? I guess that's it. You can find me on. You can look at me at the real J Rome. on every bit of social media except for Facebook. They do not understand the underscore. So it's not the real J underscore Rome. It's just the real J Rome. That's how you can find me on Facebook. They don't. It's but we do love chicken.
Let's be excited for Black Panther.
I am so excited.
Like you finally tell your people's story correctly.
Move or I will move you. Like when she said that to her, when she gets up and she goes, move. I was like, damn. Like when she did that, I was like, I don't care.
And then everybody went to the movie based off of that.
Hell yeah, that was it. They were like, damn, I want a movie now.
All right. So do an accent.
British.
Do you British?
Wonderful. So you can find me here, right here on that hashtag show. Perfectly fine. Then it is Joe Deckmart, that hashtag show. Perfect. I feel like we should just wrap up. It's all finished, yeah?
I guess so.
Wonderful. That's going to do it for us.
Cheerio.
That's going to do it for us right here at that hashtag show. Hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with everything trending in geek pop culture.
And we all did the accent.
In geek pop culture. See you guys later.